Welcome to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, the tournament series where it's a good idea to come alone because you won't be staying alone. This is hosted by Off the Dial, and I'm your man Sauce, launching off season 12. I have DJM keeping things smooth by TOing in the back, and I'm joined today by Zada. How are you?
Hey everybody, yes. It's
Hey
me,
man.
and yes, I am here with Sauce today, and it really is dangerous to go alone, and sometimes it's even dangerous to find a teammate. We're working on getting some teammates slotted in here. But yeah, this is my third time doing this, and this has been a lot of fun. And Sauce, this is what, like, your fourth or fifth
I think my fourth
fifth on
time, yeah,
this.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, today we're going to be bringing you some action. Again, It's Dangerous to Go Alone is that tournament where people of different ranks, different abilities, different countries are all put together by a little bit of mathematical magic based on their power,
Ooh.
and and fair and balanced teams. I mean, it's kind of insane because there's nothing fair and balanced about Splatoon 2, but except for maybe this tournament. So it's
We
it's
make the magic
you know
happen,
we
right?
Exactly. A little bit of magic from the folks over at Off the Dial, DJM and LeptoSpira. So it's kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, for us and all competitors alike, we've got a good host of people, 5 teams in total, about 22 or so people signed up. And we were saying
I
before
believe
that,
that's right.
yeah, and we were saying before that some people actually couldn't end up not being able to make it. So we're trying to see who has the I don't know, the gumption to come on forward and sub in last second.
Exactly. It looks like the Luna that we're looking for, yeah, it couldn't make it. There's actually two Lunas on one team. Our teams today are actually named after sushi. For those of you that are going to be wondering, what the heck are these guys talking about, and why is everybody a roll? It's because they're all sushi rolls. So right now we have the bonito rolls facing the dragon rolls. So yeah, we
That's
definitely have some
yeah.
sushi fun going on.
Oh, it's good. The 5 teams team. We're gonna be watching Bonito versus Dragon, and the other team
Ooh,
is just to have some fun. It's a
and
Team A's Angelfish. Team C's California Rolls. Team E is Eel Rolls.
yes, that's right. Those eel rolls. I don't know. I am actually kind of tempted to get some sushi afterwards. I'm looking at the chat, and it looks like Light is interested in joining up on this. I can paste a link to the server. That is the off the dial server.
Oh, okay. Then so is somebody from chat actually flying in to help us out? Is that what's going on?
It could very well be. Yes, Light is somebody that I've known from the Splatoon community and other gaming communities for quite a while, and she plays a lot of Smash, but she also is pretty darn good with the sploosh. So you have to look out for her.
I wonder which one's the faster game. Is it Smash or Splatoon? I'm actually not sure.
I don't know. I don't know. And she can kind of kick my ass in both. Oh, pardon my French. So
you're gonna pull out your aerospray and start firing everywhere.
that's right. That's right. Web page not found. Oh no. I thought that was the right link.
Oh.
Let me find a link to the server yet again. I know it's here.
Hmm? I'm just checking something up really quick. Hmm? Okay. We're starting off there. The other team can actually get themselves started right now. Hopefully, we can get our round started. Last time we approached a situation like that, we just went for the 3v3. But at this point, if we can actually get somebody to sub in for the fourth, we can get started pretty quickly.
Yep. And DJM is reminding us that we do have a few commands in the Discord. So exclamation bracket will get you the current bracket. Exclamation Discord will get you the Discord. And there is a YouTube channel, exclamation YouTube, YOUTUBE, will get you that.
Oh, that makes life pretty easy. I like this.
Yeah.
The bots of the future. Let's go. Embrace Nightbot.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and I'm gonna definitely
Embrace
gonna have
your
to definitely gonna have to plug in
internet
bracket
mod.
every now and then because it's easy to follow along through Smash GG. A nice way to keep up with us as we go through the tournament series. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
And yes, for those of you just joining us, we are currently looking for a substitute player um, for um, for Team Benito roles.
delicious.
They, I don't know. You know, California rolls are usually what I end up eating, but you know, actually, I don't have it. You know, living in the Midwest, I don't necessarily have access to the greatest sushi in the world. So.
You mean the landlocked states won't get you fresh fish? Come on.
Well, you know, unless you're talking about fish coming out of Lake Michigan, so that's that that may or may not be a good idea. So
It's wide enough. Maybe they're happy. They could be. What is the bonito roll? Onion, garlic, and what? I don't even know what kind of fish we use. Is there a bonito fish? Am I missing something? Oh, bonito flakes. That's going on. Okay. Mm. That sounds just fine. That's one of the. That's actually, if you don't mind me talking about food really quick, just to make you hungry.
Well, go for it. Yeah, go for it, Sauce. I mean,
the bonito.
You are
flakes.
named after Sauce, after all. So
That's me. One
that's
and
right.
only. the bonito flakes are actually super cool because it's one of those they're like dried up fish flakes, and it's one of those things where if you put it in heat, they actually move around. You've probably seen videos for that every now and then, or experienced it yourself. But once you subject them to heat or salt, it starts wiggling. So it looks like it's alive.
Well, wow. That I'm gonna that now I'm intrigued. Now I'm completely intrigued. You know, the Team Wiggly hot spicy rolls. Here we go.
Team Wiggly hot spicy rolls. It's a mouthful,
You know,
but
and
it works.
it is quite the mouthful. So
since we are 8 minutes in, I want to make sure that we have like somebody for sure. Do we?
yeah, that's a good question. So I am going to check in with DJM. Yeah, actually, I see you're checking in with DJM.
I just want to be sure. Yeah, excuse our little delay here.
Yes, it's it's interesting with the North American Open going on today as well. It's there's been a lot of shuffling of the team rosters, so it's been a little challenging on this one. But again, I think we have a lot of returning players and a few new players that are coming in today and within the 5 teams. So it's pretty. I think it's still going to be a very exciting day. In fact, I know it's going to be an exciting day. Just to give you guys a little idea of how this tournament is set up, there are 5 teams, and the initial rounds are going to be Swiss rounds. And so, what will happen is it will be best of 3 during the opening Swiss rounds. There are some rounds going on off stream right now, but everybody should have a chance to be on stream during this particular tournament. After 4 rounds, after the 4 Swiss rounds, what we'll see is the top 4 scoring teams will move into the finals, and then we will continue our streaming process and eventually get our way to a winner. So there will not be a 3rd place match in the finals, so we will be just determining 1 and 2, and that's how it works today. I actually have the rules right in front of me, and hopefully. Hopefully we will figure this out.
We do have returning champions from the last one also. I believe Drago and Zuzi are sitting together in Team C this time around. And it's, even though they are paired together, it's a matter of the team as a whole being able to cooperate and everybody put forth the best effort, because you can say what you want about carrying this and that, but the teams are balanced. And
They truly are.
when you consider everybody, all 4 players at once, even though we have 2 returning champions on the same team, that leaves 2 wild cards, and you never know how they're going to interact.
That's right.
I'm curious.
That's right. And again, I've seen a lot of these folks before in our past tournaments. In fact, on Bonito rolls and Dragon rolls, I know that a lot of these folks have played before. So, and actually, huge kudos to the folks that are kind of on the other side of the world from the United States, where it's super early in Australia. Thank you for waking up so early. I know DJam always enjoys waking up at 4 a.m. to get this thing going. So.
All the time. I mean, we've got some players also from Canada and Brazil. And naturally, they have the same time zone as I do, since I'm Eastern Standard Time, EST. But when you're talking Australia or UK, I don't think we have any UK players this time around. But when you talk about Australia, 12-hour, 13-hour difference. It's tough to get everybody in on the same room at the same time. Mm-hmm. I mean, if we can't come to an agreement, there might be something in the rules for a forfeit.
Well, that's an excellent question. So
I actually wouldn't.
There are
want
DCs
to.
and redos. Player wants to be a sub, they must create a profile using the off the dial bot and must be approved by the organizers. Subs must be sorted into teams 1 hour before the tournament starts. So we are already working beyond the clock. Players must register on smash.gg and have created their profile. Registration closes 72 hours. Yeah, that's all the normal stuff. And rules are subject to change after any given season. Please make sure you reread the rules every season. And they do change a little bit from time to time, especially with disconnect rules and some of the timing issues that we run into. But yeah, it is, we are seeing if we can get that 8th player in to the match.
Yeah, there's somebody on Twitch chat actually asking for you.
Oh, let me take a look.
A lightning
I have way too many. Yeah, light. I did. So you would be subbing on possibly if you were approved by DJam and Lepto, you would be subbing on Bonito rules for U6 Luna light. So.
We're getting some saucy responses. Luna saying we don't mind the 3v4.
Ooh, I'm liking it. I'm liking the energy here.
P-Chip's about it too. Maybe we have something. It sounds like, is that all 3 of them saying we're cool with it? Luna's fine with it. Hex is okay with it. P-Chip's okay with it, and that's all of Team B. I guess if since Bonito Flakes is about it, we can get Team D with it too. Maybe we can just start this show. Is that weird, or should we stick to our 3v3?
Well, they seem to want to do a 3v4, but I think we might be able. Let's, I'm gonna pop out of this voice chat and I'm gonna find out what's going on in TO land, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. And here we are. Part of coming alone means sometimes people can end up having situations of their own that come up, and sometimes life gets in the way. Errands come to play. People call you into work, or some favors needing to be called. And we have to, life comes first sometimes. We work the way we do, and then when you got the free time, come and splat. That's fun. So if you're not signed up for it, you better be signed up for it. Actually, we should have gotten Zada in there as the 4th. Or even myself. I don't know if that would be that wouldn't be counted as stream sniping. We're all competing in the same room. So I think since people are cool with the 3v4, I think Zada's checking with the TOs. But if we're cool with the 3v4, then we can do that. And then Team D, who was Team D again? Team Dragon Rolls can go ahead and choose one person for the 3v3, and then we'll continue from there. Hopefully we see some good matches, some quick matches even. Again, sorry everybody for the delay here, but as soon as we get started off, it's going to be a smooth road. This happens every now and then. Not everything's the smoothest, but once the show gets rolling, the momentum's unstoppable. It's great. Once again, you can keep up. There is a match going on off stream. If you want to keep up with the progress on that one, you can see it on the Smash GG page. If you type in !bracket onto Twitch, the bot should be able to help you out. And I think we have some results already from the other game. Ooh. We see Angel Fish Rolls has gotten maybe a clean sweep on California Rolls. And if you have any preference to any sort of sushi, here's your time to start rooting for your favorite sushi team. Not that I don't think Angel Fish Rolls is an actual sushi team. So, let's see, waiting on the decision to see what the 3v4. Next time we might have to make some rules to see as far as time limits are concerned, because we're supposed to start round 2 around X30, you know, if you're familiar with that notation, the X being the current hour and 30 being 30 minutes, so that would be 4:30 my time. Ooh, my Discord sounds might be going off, aren't they? Let me start up streamer mode.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. Yes.
Welcome
I've
back.
returned Sauce, and yes, the decision has been made. Light will be joining in as a sub.
All right.
For U6 Luna. So Light, let's get her the password.
And apologies to Team Bonita Rolls for not for stepping up to be extra saucy, and we weren't able to start up that show. At 3v4, can you imagine? You can do in 3v4 off stream. Just grab everybody, start up a private battle, and just have some fun.
All right, let me get Light the pass. I do have Light added on my account.
That'll make things a little quicker. It'll be good.
A little quicker.
We were pretty much ready to go. Like everything looked pretty smooth, and then we got the end oop from somebody. It was not. It wasn't the smoothest. But I said,
well, that happens.
Sorry?
It's interesting though how frequently that can happen. Where you get to 2 minutes before tourney time, and then something immediately comes up and makes for a problematic start. So
I was saying sometimes life gets in the way. It's all right. As long as
all
we
right,
get the show
Light
started,
has
we're good.
joined. All right, I think Sauce, I think we're ready to go. Just remember to put me on spectate. Neither of these teams want me subbing in. So
I was actually saying maybe we can put you as the sub. We should have done that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. I think the Benito rolls would probably start wiggling at me and just kill me at that point. So.
Breathe on you, and who's that squid that just exploded? Light's over there, and then we have Heck on that team, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Liam, Stacey, Trust, and Andrew, or Bricks, I should say. Wait, Simone and Brick. Yeah, there we go. And I guess we are spectating to everybody.
I think we should spectate. Yes.
You sure about that? Maybe we can.
To no great surprise. To no great surprise here.
All right, it's looking good.
We'll be starting out with tower control on Muscle Forge Fitness. This is always one of my favorites in terms of tower control. I mean, it's there's a lot of contention at the at the choke points. So it's it's and with the mesh bridges that are going across, it can definitely be it can be a little bit of a challenge. There's only so many ways to get to the tower and to get across. So depending on how watchful the other team is, it can be really kind of an exciting thing to watch.
Oh, for sure. There are actually two checkpoints in this map. One
Yep.
going down, I think around 70 points or so, like next to that ramp, and then one further past the grates, that one of the grates that you mentioned before, which is a tricky place to defend. And there's three really good places to defend on this map, and that makes attacking just all the more difficult. And we're gonna have to see a lot of map awareness from anybody attacking to see if to keep their eyes out for the defensive teams and the sort of obvious snipe points that I think are obvious.
Yeah, I mean, at snipers on this map, they can be pretty deadly. I mean, I've definitely seen snipers when they set up camp, and unless you can get behind them and take them out, they're gonna make your life really hard on that tower. So
We got the timer off and we're going.
and here we go.
But yeah, hitting one of those snipes, especially with all these grates, not an easy time. Not a fun
No,
time.
not at all.
All right, here we go. Let's see it. Team Bonito Flake and versus Team Dragon Rolls. We got Bonito Flakes in green, Dragon Rolls in orange, and while we didn't talk about weapon composition, we're actually seeing a Squiffer here, which is a...
There we go. We've got the snipers coming in. So yeah, we've got Hex on Luna Neo, we have Luna on 96, we have Tape Chip on Squiffer, and we have Light on Swoosh. Meanwhile, on Orange Team, we have Liam on Undercover Sorella. We have Stachi on the Bamboo. We have Bricks on Kensa Dynamo and Simone on Junior.
And the Bamboozler's going to be a fun one to watch. I want to see if Stacey can actually get something off with that. Because it can... When you get a real good Bamboozler, that's just... it's a sight. It truly is a sight. They're snapping all over the place. They're popping off in these ridiculous, like, 90-degree turns, 180 no-scopes all day, and it's fantastic to watch. He's got the missiles. Actually, we have two ultimates going off.
Oh,
two specials, I should say.
And there is a trade right in the back between Liam and Light.
X going down. That's actually 3 down.
On the tower.
Yeah, that's 3 down for the Luna's team. That would be a Bonito roll, and that leaves a good opportunity for the Dragon Rolls to be able to push. Liam's on the tower, kind of holding his place with that Brella, and it's a pretty aggressive kit he got going on, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. What we're seeing is that there is a good combination of range. I'm a little concerned with the Dragon Rolls range. Their highest range weapon is that Bamboozler, but again, Dragon Rolls are ahead right now, so they are definitely doing well.
Yeah,
meanwhile, it looks like the Bonito Rolls have retaken the tower. So we've got Bricks kind of providing some cover in the back, and we have an Inkjet right now.
What is Bricks here? We do have the Inkjet. Inkjet's going out, and he's actually going to go down quickly, but Bricks is going to go ahead and try to defend against this push. But he's having trouble kind of opening up, starting that.
We've got a buoy bomb on the tower.
Bricks hitting one. Able to stop that push for now, but it doesn't seem like it's completely over. We still got more. Bricks able to kind of sit on the side. Maybe was that enough? No, Bricks is having trouble. Does get Hex, but isn't able to stop the push because P-Chip is still on it.
Yep, Sachi with that Bamboozler is just making a lot of problems right now for the Bonito Rolls.
I'm telling you that Bamboozler, once he gets strong, he's gonna keep it up. I'm hoping Stachi puts on some crazy snipes here. Getting Hex in the back.
Well, Stachi is using an awful lot of movement speed on that Bamboo, so we definitely Stachi's got the run and swim speed to get around that map quickly and bamboozle the competition. So that is the purpose of the bamboozlers.
Trying to snipe off P-Chip doesn't exactly work, but it was a good opportunity to get to show the Bamboozler can take off the Inkjet, but P-Chip's still alive. P-Chip supporting from the back and supporting this, what seems to be kind of weak push, honestly, from Bonito Roll. It's just Luna, and with P-Chip getting pressured by Simone, they're not going to be able to push this much further. Luna's surprisingly still alive. This is crazy dancing going on here. Oh, there's Luna. Gets hit, and that stops the push for now, so they're going to have to contend in the middle again. Ink distribution pretty much even on both teams.
And Potato Chip with that Inkjet taking down the Dynamo, or assisting on the Dynamo.
This might be a little stronger. Lights going around, seeing who can pick off, and is able to use his special, the splashdown. Going off to the side while this push continues, so that's going to distract some of Team Dragon Rolls to continue on. And a Booyah Bomb stopping the push.
The Booyah Bomb on the tower, that kind of pushed Luna back. Luna avoiding that kill, but however,
I'm waiting to see some more.
We do have a lot of the Dragon Rolls pushing in with some extra power here.
I want to see Liam's crazy aggressive kit come off a little more, because there's the combination of that Splat Bomb and that Baller really does give him an opportunity to kind of just jump in and stop anybody, but he's a little shy about it. I would be too.
So Hex taking down
honestly. Sorry about that, Colin.
Oh no, not at all. So Hex currently camping the tower with that Luna Blaster.
Luna pushing.
We do have another push.
They won't stop. They're relentless. Here we go. Liam getting hit. Bricks getting hit. I think this push is actually going to go somewhere this
and
time.
The checkpoint has been cleared. So
see that second one?
if the Needle Rolls hold that tower.
That's the great we were talking about. So hard to protect. Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Right as overtime is about to start. Bonito Rolls pulls ahead just by that 1 point. So yeah, definitely fought hard all the way to the end by both teams.
And that was a really solid offense that first time around from Dragon Rolls. I think we did see, like I said before, pretty aggressive kits on both on Team Dragon Rolls.
Definitely.
And that just gave them the chance to just keep plowing through. But I don't know how well that works defensively. Let's see. So what's the next map here? We've got Inkblot, Clam Blitz.
Inkblot. Well, good luck to everybody. Inkblot, Clam Blitz. You know, this is one of the first maps I ever played Clam Blitz on. So it's definitely it can definitely be challenging at times. You know, the positioning, there's a couple of ways to get up to the basket, and so you really kind of have to watch both directions, both the straight ahead and the direction from the side. So it's it can be a little bit challenging from time to time. You know, definitely it'll be interesting to see what kits they bring out, see what specials they're bringing on this particular one, because creating a lot of distraction around the basket a lot of times the key to being able to get those clams in.
That's right. Distraction and defense are both really strong. I think every time I play this map, there's guaranteed to be at least one set of bubbles going off.
Yeah, absolutely. There are bubbles. There are Booyah Bombs. I'm sure we are going to see a lot going on this particular map. And you know, again, I think we might see a sniper too. Sniping can be very valuable on this map, especially if you can defend the mid. You know, you got a good range with snipers.
Oh, you know it. That E-liter is actually, I think it can reach across the stage.
I think it can in this one. You know, as a friend of mine would say, always trust the E-liter, and then, you know, to solve your problems. Of course, he is a very good sniper. So.
Well, couldn't say it any better from a good sniper, right?
Exactly.
The first step is confidence. The second step is keeping steady. My hands are too shaky to play sniper. I just can't do that.
I can't. I have problems with all of the charged weapons. Quite honestly, I don't have the patience for them. So I just want to shoot now. But you know, that being said, you know, I have seen a lot of very good sniper players, and so you know, my hat's off to them all the time for what they can do. So we have the Bonito Rolls versus the Dragon Rolls on Inkblot Art Academy Clam Blitz. This is round 2 of the opening Swiss rounds for these teams.
Alright, so we see what we get. We got Bonito Rolls in orange, we got Dragon on purple.
And let's see what we got. So we've got We have Hex with the Aquabrush Nouveau, Luna with the Sniper, going with the Spider Scope. We've got Tato Chip with the Junior, and Light with the Sploosh.
That's the Sploosh-o-matic. He's got the curling bomb and a splashdown. And splashdown is probably going to be really helpful when they jump in. When he eventually jumps in for a good football landing.
And Liam is sticking with that undercover Sorrel Umbrella. Sachi with the Bamboozler Mark III. Bricks with that Kensa Dynamo, and Simone going ends at 89.
So we're actually seeing no E-leaders this time around. It's a good range. We still see snipers though. The whole point is got a good
but we
composition
do
of the
have a
back line.
sniper. We have a Bamboozler and a Splatter Scope. So again, I think this is one of those maps and modes where, you know, maintaining control is so important.
Yeah, that's why Luna's got a Stingray coming in. Gotta have that control. And Luna with the Stingray out, that kind of helps her pressure everything from afar. Having that Stingray and being able to knock down everybody, gets one on bricks, being able to pick off anybody while the other three are pushing actually gives them an opportunity to bring in the power clan that they had, but it seems like they kind of lost that opportunity.
Yeah, the orange power clam is despawning, has just despawned, but purple does have a clam on the field.
They do. Simone's holding that one. They might make a second one. Purple team's holding 16 whole clams on their own, and that can tally up to what, 16 times 3? It's on a little over 30, 40 points.
So Hex is making now push in, and Hex opens the barrier.
Well, I don't know if they can follow up with that. Luna was coming in with the support of the Stingray, but P-Chip doesn't get an opportunity to jump in. Oh, never mind. P-Chip does.
P-Chip has got a couple extra clams in there. P-Chip with 4 extra clams in there.
Well, 4 extra, but that seems like it's going to end the push also. I mean, even then, 68 gets you a lot.
Push, though. It gets you, you know, anytime that you can get below 70, it's you know, in that push, it's not bad. 60 is the ideal for that first push, but again, we're seeing some good competition going on right here.
And with
purple is working on building clams.
They are. The camera's just so tricky for clam puts, actually.
Oh wow!
Oh, they landed another one.
Push. Tato Chip is tossing in some clams.
Can you do that? Is that okay? I just saw Potato Chip from the grate.
He was really far away. You know, that was kind of about maximum range for the clam, the small clam. So
I'm
that was
running
a very impressive push right there.
P-Chip again, very comfortable with clams. I'm wondering if it's P-Chip's favorite mode. It's seeming like it might be. Light's trying to push in. Does have 9 clams, but it seems to trap another one. It's going to be the problem of they can start seeing wherever he's going. Uses the splashdown instead, just because of all those 9 clams. And
yep.
Seems like
Light will splash down.
I don't know, Stitchy looking for an opening. The entire Dragon Rolls team. Oh, they do open up the barrier.
Yes, we do have an answer on the field right now, and it looks like yes. Purple is pushing in. Look at that. There, that quickly.
Lands the big one.
The score has changed. How many clams just went in? It's always that question. You know, it's you know, if you can wipe the other team on this map and push in hard, you can score a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, was it 3 clams or was it 300?
Right now, what's interesting though is that the penalty, in order to get below that 42, they're going to need to get at least 2 power clams in, whereas that 16, again, 1 clam in. And there it is, 48. So they only need 2 more clams to tie it up, 3 more clams to pull ahead. Of course, this game does not allow ties. Will they get it?
No, it doesn't. Best part of Clam Whip.
Nope. That's right. That's right. So again, this is one of those things where sometimes doing the solo push can be tough, but it can also stop the other team defensively. Sometimes you do that solo push, even though you know you're not going to be able to get ahead, just to stop the other team.
I'm not sure what Luna's going to do here, holding on to that power clam. If Luna can land it, they actually get the lead. Does decide to throw it in the middle, and I don't know, to Hex to somebody? It seems like they're gonna get the overtime since
I
Luna
think
still
I
has
think
it.
Luna was just trying to get rid of it to avoid being trapped. Remember, you have a big target on your back whenever you're carrying a clown, so...
Oh, I'm not sure there's gonna be enough. They do have 14 clams. They can make it happen if they just push it just a little bit.
They're going to
Get
have
into
to go
it.
pretty quickly. The
Yama's in there.
overtime timer is about to run out.
Oh, that's not enough.
But it looks like the Dragon Rolls took this one.
And see, Dragon Roll's a little more comfortable with clams.
I think so.
You tally that up, one for Benito and one for Dragon. Looking like a...
Looks like we're going to go to the third match.
Woo! And that's what I was saying about before when Luna was holding on to that power clam. I was actually a little worried because when you're that far back, you kind of want somebody further up ahead holding that power clam so you can support them.
Yep.
I don't know if they were trying to pull off some sort of, hey, I'm here, here's the target, come catch me instead tactic or what, but...
Well, you know, again, that was a very strong push that we saw from the Dragon Rolls. You know, again, that they were able to completely flip that around at that point. So, you know, again, I saw good teamwork on both sides. You know, as these teams are getting used to each other. So, splat zones on the reef. Yes, the double zone of the reef, not the single zone of years past. Always kind of an interesting challenge.
Time changes, just like that. The reef has gone through the most changes out of any of these maps, and
well, you know that the reef was in the original demo of the game, and I kind of remember that reef. But you know, I was so excited to play the game during demo day. You know, it was one of those things where I don't know if I'd recognize the old reef at this point.
I definitely wouldn't myself. Like you're caught in the moment, and what happened that day is a happy memory. What we have here, the reef is a completely different being, a completely different beast altogether. And with this one, I think you mentioned before, we've got the two zones. They're both under the bridge, and that's kind of that's wants to some pretty heavy skirmishing and some pretty heavy flanking throughout the entire entire time.
That's true. There are a lot of obstructions on this map, so it's you know, it is not exactly a sniper haven. If a sniper does set up camp, there are only a couple of places where they can camp out. So this is less of a sniper haven than some of the other maps, especially in zones, because again, a lot of that action is happening under the bridge. However, anybody who's playing a roller, a lot of opportunities to fly off that bridge and kill somebody underneath it. So
that's true. I'm not sure if it was added after the fact, but there are some boxes to the sides of the bridge that are nice spots to stop those kind of rollers. But I'm not sure if we're gonna see those. It depends. We do get a roller from Brick.
That's right.
So we're gonna
see
in
blue right now. In blue right now we have the Benito rolls. In green we have the Dragon rolls.
That's right. P-Chip's gonna go ahead and open up on the snipe side. The points almost immediately going to Benito roll.
So we've got Hex on the Splashmatic Neo. We have Luna on the 96. We have Potato Chip on the Squipper, and we have Light on the Sploosh. That is Team Benito rolls. Over on Dragon rolls, we have Liam, I think, sticking with the Undercover versus Roll, Stachi with the Kensa Pro, Bricks with the Kensa Dynamo, and Simone, again, sticking with the Junior.
P-Chip does get two good snipes on the flank side. It's really helping Benito Flake Benito rolls keep a nice.
See, you're thinking about those flakes.
I am thinking about those flakes. They're moving in my head.
There is a disconnect. Hex is disconnected. By disconnect rules, if the team stops playing, if the team with the disconnect stops playing, it can be replayed.
Right.
However, it does appear that both teams are still playing.
They're going at it. All right. Regardless of the disconnect, let's keep it up. Sometimes it does. I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes the disconnects take a while for me to notice when I'm in the heat of the moment.
They definitely take a while for me.
but it seems to still be playing. Luna and his team.
It does. Yep, I'm seeing active play from the blue team. They
Luna's
are
the only
ahead,
one.
so you know if they can stop.
Luna's gonna keep at it. I don't know. Doesn't seem like an agreement. There we go.
And I think they've all super jumped back. I think yep, all three are in spawn right now. So according to the disconnect rule, yes, the team with the DC stops playing immediately and allows the other team to KO, and they are allowing the KO. Team with the DC uses the same weapons and gear shown in the results screen. So in other words, guys, if you're gonna do the redo, you gotta stick with the weapons and gears that you're currently playing.
A true redo. A true rematch.
A true redo. So yes, there is a wrinkle to the redo logic, and that is that if there is another disconnect by the same player, we can't replay them. So
That's true. So we'll keep Hex marked for 1 DC, and if it happens again, then that's an immediate forfeit.
well, not a forfeit, but we can't replay it.
Right,
So,
you can't
so it will be a short-handed match, which can definitely be difficult. So let's see if we can get Hex back in here.
Well, got something going on in Discord here. People
Yes.
going off. No, we're okay here. So we're gonna get Hex back in. We're gonna start this up again.
Yep, DJM has approved a redo.
Be back in a second. Hold on.
And yes, I'm looking at the Twitch chat. I see you guys. There's a lot of shaking your inkling heads and shaking your duck feet at the disconnect. But yes, there is a disconnect rule in this. So yes, that is Hex's only disconnect. Hex has rejoined the lobby, and again, you must stick with the same weapons and gear that you used for the redo. We will give Sauce a minute to get back here as we get ready to replay Splat Zones on the Reef. I think both teams have now had an idea of how each team has had an idea of how the other team plays. So I think that is going to add to the interesting nature of what's going on today.
Yeah, you always need that first. Sorry, I'm back now. You always need that first.
I was hoping you were back, because if the map was changing by itself, or if the team selection was changing by itself, I would have been really concerned, Sauce. So
My cat took my controller and started just playing.
Okay, yeah. Dog eats your homework, or the cat takes your controller. I actually no.
It happens every day. So again, we're gonna go ahead. Same loadouts. Keep an eye on that. It's good.
Yep.
And looking good. All right.
Looks good. Looks like players are ready to play. Let's see how this redo goes. Again, we have both teams approaching out. In purple, we have the Bonito rolls. In green, we have the Dragon rolls. I think.
That's right.
I have to double check my list of players.
I get a little confused myself. Perfectly cool. Light? Wait, what? One sec. Purple is... Yeah, purple is Bonito. You had me second guessing.
See, it's interesting how that happens, but yes, looks like green, that would be the Dragon Rolls, is currently has good control over the two zones.
Right.
But purple is not letting them rest though.
Here we are. This is the bridge. I'm putting my camera on the bridge that you're talking about. Light, even though they don't have a roller, did find advantage to jump on that bridge and drop down. That's how they got back the points in the first place. So a good half flank, even though nobody was really there. But definitely a lot of gains from that. Light does trade with Bridge after dancing around a bit. And the point is in contention.
Have a little bit of battle between Hex and Liam in the back. Liam getting shot by the inkjet from Potato Chip. Potato Chip using that inkjet to paint, and purple takes it back. There is a 29 tick penalty on green.
You're going to see the advantage is going to purple, map advantage and zone. So as long as they can hold this together, they're going to get that lead back. But Briggs taking advantage of the fact that he can use his roller up above. Goes for the double flank. Oh man, Bricks.
Ooh, yeah.
One
Bricks,
flick,
Bricks
two splats.
taking down 2 with 1 flick. Those dynamos, you gotta look out. But when they run out of ink, and there's a 96, wow, I'm just looking at all of the trades in the back.
Stachi the only one. Last squid surviving. Last squid standing.
Tachi, the last one.
Ooh. What was that movie? Last Samurai? I think it
Tachi
was
with
Tom
that
Cruise or
cape
something.
I think so, yeah. The Last Samurai is about right.
That's Stachi right now. Ooh. Stachi watching the snipe pretty strongly, just keeping his eye on it to make sure nobody flanks, to keep themselves ahead. Since they did have the points, they're gonna be ahead with that 36-point lead. And with that, it's gonna be a long way for Purple to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
And whoever wins this one actually takes the set.
That is correct. We did force the 3rd round in this opening Swiss round.
And I think I was mentioning before, you're going to take a match or 2 matches to kind of get adjusted to the teammates that you've just gotten together with. And like
well,
I said,
especially in the case of our subs coming in today, they've had 0 prep time with their teammates. So again, this is one of the advantages of the system that Off the Dial uses, is they're able to do a fairly good job of matching people by their current rank and playstyle into teams. So
that's right. I mean, Purple was the one that did have the sub in, and you can see that, but this is not a complete knockout. Light's pulling his weight.
Nope.
And we're seeing some pretty alright back and forth as long as Purple can put their foot down. And we're gonna see some representation for bonito rolls going on. Bonito rolls everywhere.
And there we go.
There, they take it back. There it is. Stachi was holding the top for a bit, but Stachi seems like he's gonna go to the back line for a second to kind of assess and see where he can go. And he's gonna go ahead and
Hex
flank.
is holding the zones right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Hex wasn't able to hold those zones long enough.
Not long enough, but Hex is still going off 1v1s against that Brella.
That's right. Those that undercover versus Brella, that thing can be dangerous to fight.
He seems pretty comfortable with it. The double booyah bomb, look at that. Ooh. Once they go up, it looks like you're having like double chocolate balls. These huge chocolate balls.
That's right. Oh, potato chip with that hit with the inkjet.
And that gets it back for Purple. Brick's the only one, and Simone, I suppose, in the back, being able to ink up for green. Light's gonna get scissored here, and I think that pretty much closes it up for their opportunity. Light makes it out.
Light got away.
Holy crap! All right. Able to get another splat.
Gosh,
That's
Light getting that flank on the dynamo there. But yes, Liam, I think, coming right in.
That's gonna be too much.
And that's gonna be too much. Right at the end.
At the end, Bonito Rolls got scissored, and that game goes over to Dragon Rolls. And for the set as well.
Dragon Rolls take that? Yes, so the set is 2-1 Dragon Rolls versus Bonito Rolls. That will bring up our next group of players for on stream. So let's find out who we will be hosting next.
Now I'm just curious. Since they did not make it, since Bonito Rolls did lose that set, I wonder what would have happened on that 3v4.
I don't know. I honestly think, though, 3v4s are very hard to win in any case. So,
in all cases, like if I see a 3v4,
yeah. Well, again, you aren't when you're in a 3v4 situation, you have to sacrifice something, and a lot of times what you end up sacrificing is something like turf control or something along those lines, and that can make it really, really hard to get around on the map. So, it's something has to give, as they say.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna close up this room, and hopefully we can get started with the second one real quick, since we ended up being a little behind schedule here.
Running a little bit behind, yes, but again, we are working hard to make sure that we do have 4-player teams today, so that it is a positive experience for everybody that's playing, and that every team has as much of an equal chance as humanly possible, right. I would say. Or at least bot-wise possible, depending on how much you trust the off-the-dial bot. which I think does a pretty good job.
Do we have bots playing this game?
Maybe.
No one knows you're a bot on the internet.
That's true. That's true. Could you recognize a true artificial intelligence? That's the real question. So,
So as far as I would like them to set up my OBS stuff. That'd be nice. Automate all of this.
oh, I could use that too. It's always fun to get the OBS stuff set up for streaming. So, oh my gosh. So, who are we streaming next?
I'm actually going to throw up the results for Swiss since we saw it here. On the stream, we're going to see that the Swiss won results. Again, you can follow if you type in !bracket. That'll get you the Smash GG. But on screen here, I have that Dragon Rolls and Angelfish Rolls won their sets, and Bonito Roll and California Rolls ended up losing their sets. I'm sorry, Zada. California Rolls didn't make it that time.
Oh my gosh, and that's like one of my favorite types of sushi. So yeah, well, it's what's kind of funny is it doesn't really have that much fish in it. It's got the old mock crab legs or whatever it is in it. So which I do have in the fridge.
Tasty.
I actually like those things, if you can believe that. So
I can. They're not bad. Some people give them bad rep,
They're
but
not
you know what?
bad.
They're tasty.
I think they're tasty. I just don't ever look up how they're made. it's kind of eye opening, but they taste good.
To.
You know, it's kind of like it's like hot dog. They're like the hot dogs of the seafood world. So
that's actually a really good way of putting it. I like that. So we have our next sets. It's going to be, we're going to stream Angel Rolls versus Dragon Rolls. And in the back, we're going to be seeing Eels versus Bonito. California gets the bye this time to keep it nice and fair. And
Angel versus...
I'm going to try to set this up.
Angel versus Dragon.
Well, I've never heard of an Angel Roll, so I guess Dragon's going to be the way to go. I think Dragon is like shrimp, isn't it? Shrimp tempura?
I think so, yeah. Actually, and I think they kind of make it so when they slice it, it looks like a dragon that's going across the plate. So it's
that's cute. That's pretty.
You know, I haven't had sushi in a few weeks, and so I really am kind of getting into that sushi mode. You know, that mood for sushi. You know, we do have some Japanese restaurants in town. I suppose I could find out if any of them
right after
take my sushi order. Right after this, I'll call up one of the Japanese restaurants here in town and see where we can go.
It is shrimp tempura. The Dragon Roll is a shrimp tempura. They lay it across and they slice it. The way to do it. Avocado on top. Looks cute.
That's right.
And so I've got the room up. We're going to be waiting for everybody to jump in here.
And I will join you
as soon as we get the chance. Again, we're going to be last thing we saw. Oh, I actually need to set up something really quick because the stream says Swiss round 1. And guess what? That's wrong. We're in round 2 now.
It's Swiss round 2.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's a little better. And what we're going to see, what we saw just now, in case anybody missed it, in case anyone's just tuning in, we're seeing in the last game we saw Bonito Rolls versus Dragon Rolls. Everything's sushi themed if you couldn't tell. And Dragon Rolls won 2-1 against Bonito Rolls, and you can follow along in the by typing in !bracket to get the Smash GG right on there. We're going to be watching Angel versus Dragon up next. Actually, let me go ahead and type in bracket for you guys. There you go. Wham.
There we go.
That'd be good.
Once get that bracket from It's Dangerous to Go Alone Smash.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you run us through how this free agent thing works again, since you do it so well?
Well, yeah, so the whole idea behind this tournament is that it is designed to put together players of multiple skill levels and rank levels and countries and you name it together into fair and balanced teams. Now, fair and balanced, you might be thinking Fox News is fair and balanced, right? But in Splatoon, and you might be thinking there's nothing fair and balanced about Splatoon. But the truth is these teams actually are pretty well balanced. What ends up happening is that the ranks are taken into account and they create an overall score, and along with the play style that is used to combine the players together into teams that are actually workable. That's why you're not seeing insane matchups where you have 4 X ranked players against 4 B ranked players. You are seeing some very balanced matchups where depending on the play style that each player has indicated that they typically play, you get some pretty balanced matches. So again, you're going to likely have an X rank on each team. You're going to likely have a B rank on each team, and beyond that, you're not going to have 4 backliners on one team either. So again, it works out really well. It creates pretty balanced teams and some pretty good competition because everybody has a chance to participate and everybody has a chance to do something for their team. Looking at I know a couple of the people in this particular lobby. Sky and Night Drago are frequent visitors to my stream, and Sky is an X-rank player, and Night Drago just got Splatoon 2 about 3 weeks ago, and he has been kind of grinding his way through it and finding that it's a lot of fun. So again, you see some really good synergies going on, and what I have seen is that don't ever count out the newer players or the lower ranked players, because they are definitely able to contribute really well in a lot of these matches in different ways. So I think it's pretty good stuff.
Oh, it's fantastically balanced. I mean, if I don't know about you, but when I watch a match where it's just a complete 3-0, just roll over completely, it's not as fun. Like, as opposed to seeing like a back and forth, some serious.
And again, the opening Swiss that we just streamed, again, it was 2-1. It was not a 2-0. It was back and forth. And so again, a few people today didn't know they were going to be playing in a tournament, so congratulations to those that actually took the risk to join us. And Sauce, I think you can ready up and we can get going. So
yeah, let's get moving.
Let's get.
Do you have any words about?
I know I have that wonderful way of hypnotizing everyone. But Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard. What's interesting about this map to me is there are a couple of really good ways to take the Rainmaker. A couple of marginal ways, but you really have 3 routes to watch that the other team might take. So it can be a bit of a challenge sometimes to know and to coordinate with your team which route is the safest at any given time.
I think because of all those routes, it makes it so difficult to get the Rainmaker in anyway, because you can still watch through many of these routes, and the podium, like, I don't know what you call the goalpost. That goalpost is just so close to the base that it's hard to attack. It's hard to get any point.
It is. Sometimes the question is, do you really want to kill the enemy team and send them back to spawn quicker? That's sometimes the question. Because they can defend the Rainmaker podium so well. So let's take a look at the weapons that everybody's using. Currently, Angelfish Rolls is in yellow. That's Sky on the Splatling, Roya on the custom dually sculptures, Killer on the NZAP 85. I always get my NZAPs mixed up because I plug them all. And Night Drago going with the brush.
Yeah, that was an interesting one to see. I don't think it's going to be... I want to see how he uses the brush, because brush isn't exactly the most popular for Rainmaker. It's more of a clan blitz weapon, in my opinion.
It is more of a clan blitz weapon, but sometimes you can throw enough confusion into the other team with the brush that I think sometimes it can be a huge distraction, as well as it gives you a lot of mobility on the map, especially if the other team is really good.
Yeah, we're still gonna see a pretty strong push actually from the opposing team. That's a Team Dragon Roll? Yeah, Team Dragon Roll on blue. They get
Team Dragon Roll on blue.
Honestly, once you get 30 or so, it's gonna be really hard to come back from just at all to make a comeback push. But once you get to 30, it's essentially a win because of how difficult it is to get to that podium in the first place.
so let's take a look at the weapons that Dragon Rolls is using this time. Bricks is staying with that Kensa Dynamo, or yes, the Kensa Dynamo. Liam, I think, going with the Kensa Undercover Umbrella. Simone with the NZAP 89, and Instachi with the Kensa Machine.
We got a big Kensa team, don't we?
Yeah, I think Tony Kensa must be the sponsor for Team Dragon Rolls today.
Here we go. Just I want to check out their loadouts too. Their clothes. They might be all Kensa Alpha. We got Kensa fans in here. If there's any Kensa fans in chat, rise up. Let's go. Today's your day.
We've got Sky, who currently has taken down 3 of the other team and is calling for his team to push.
He's gonna go ahead and take that.
Night Drago has the Rainmaker right now.
That's gonna be a strong
and
push.
just taking the lead.
Ooh, that was good enough. You just walk a few steps forward. That's all you need.
And again, I full disclosure, I do know both Sky and Night Drago, and so again, that's of an experienced player and a new player working together to push that Rainmaker pretty far. So again, it's we're seeing a lot of that type of teamwork throughout this entire tournament series.
Right, yeah, and just leading them forward, saying let's get a move on. You got to be open to that kind of communication. I mean, they're probably using voice chat here too, right? I would hope so.
I would hope they're all in voice chat. We do encourage voice chat for the teams if that is something that they're able to do.
So we're gonna start seeing a push again from Dragon Rolls. Wait, is it Dragon Rolls? It's Angel.
Yep, it is Dragon Rolls.
Yellow would be Angelfish. So these guys are gonna go ahead and hold that.
Yep.
Go on ahead, sees he can get a few hits off Stachi and Liam. The only ones protecting it, Killer actually going down, and both of them going down. It's a shame. That looked really strong. They could have gotten it. Ooh. Simone going down the middle. We're gonna see a counter push, I guess. That's gonna be they're gonna need to do this push really strong with 40 seconds left on the clock.
That's right.
They're gonna have to hold it together.
And Liam, I think, has the Rainmaker, but Sky coming through with the Splatling, stopping that advance. There are a lot of chickens on the ground right now.
They're running around crazy.
They are. The number of auto bombs is beyond insane right now.
And it's going to be a pretty solid defense from Team Angelfish Rolls. And I'm thinking with 15 seconds left.
Bricks with that mid-air splat using that Kensa Dynamo.
Good play. Bricks is really comfortable with the Dynamo. Oh, again, gets 3.
That Rainmaker. Here we go. Yes, that is a 4-on-1.
Wow. Did I see that right? I think I saw that right. They went down?
I think you saw that right. The Rainmaker got hit at the last second.
Never underestimate the Splatling. Vanilla Sky saving it for his team. Look at that.
Wow.
The first point going to Angelfish Rolls.
Wow. Again, we're seeing some pretty strong competition right there. So,
that was almost a first sure push. Like that was in there. 3 were down. Vanilla Sky were the only one up, and just aim, just breathe.
Yep.
Aim down that Rainmaker, and they're done. That's all you have to do. Take down the Rainmaker.
That was amazingly close right there. Yeah, that was one of those things where
his dying breath.
Wow.
So we're gonna go on to Splat Zones.
Yes. It is going to be Splat Zones on Schellendorf Institute. Yes, the remodeled Schellendorf Institute, which I think all of us will agree is a major improvement. So,
with the roof a little lower, right?
The roof is a little bit lower, and I think the sight lines are an awful lot better within it now as well. So, it's a little bit better for snipers, I would say. It's also it also has a much cleaner feeling to it. There are still places to hide. There's still places to shield yourself, but I think overall the improvements to Schellendorf have been very much welcome. In fact, there's one person that visits my stream on a regular basis, and he gave it his seal of approval, except for Clamblitz. So
except for all modes except Clamblitz. Now, is that because he doesn't like Clamblitz, or is it because he just doesn't? Just Schellendorf doesn't work. Schellendorf broken.
Well, I think Clamblitz has always been kind of a challenge on Schellendorf just because of the positioning of the baskets. But Splat zones again. The zone is kind of right in the middle now. One of the things that I think Nintendo was doing for a while to fix maps was to put all kinds of blocks in. I think if you remember the original Rainmaker on the one of the iterations of Rainmaker on Black Belly Skate Park, they put up blocks and everything to try and stop things, and it just didn't work. And I think Nintendo's kind of gone to the developers have gone to the stages of saying, let's open things up and see how that works. And actually, I think opening up the maps has improved them quite a bit.
Yeah, it actually does. Like you said, the zone's in the dead center. The only thing really blocking that zone here is that center block and the two ramps on the side of it, and that's not a
Yes,
whole lot.
so you have cover. You have cover, but it's not ridiculous cover, or just craziness. So let's take a look. In green right now, we have the angelfish rolls, and in purple, we have the dragon rolls.
So vanilla.
Green is going with this guy on the Splatling, Roya on the custom Billy Squelchers, Killer on the Junior, and Night Drago again on that Prussian bow.
This is a nice little scene in layout.
That Kensa team. Very similar composition to last time. Stachi going with the Kensa splatter shot this time. Simone staying with that, ends up 89. Liam, I think, with the Kensa undercover, and Bricks with the Kensa Dynamo.
That's right, they're still sticking around with that Kensa stuff. This is the wave of the Kensa. They're trying to keep this together.
They're pretty stylish. I've got to say, the Kensa gear from a style standpoint is one of my favorite sets. I was so pleased when they changed its affinity from cold-blooded to main power up. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was main power up? Nice.
Yeah, Kensa gear is main power up. It used to be, I think it was cold-blooded before.
Well, that's an improvement for sure, and I am a fan of the
major improvement.
It looks like this entire. Wait, is this gonna happen? We're going for a full KO?
I think this might
Perfect
be
game for Angelfish.
KO coming out. Although it looks like Dragon Rolls, they had their chance with the Booyah Bomb, but wow, that was quick.
That was
spending
smart.
so much time talking about history of Splatoon that Angelfish Rolls just came in there and surprised the Dragon Rolls a little bit.
Well, that's appropriate. Isn't Schellendorf sort of a museum-like institution?
It is kind of a museum institution, so yeah.
You gotta know your history.
That's right. So we've got the Angelfish Rolls taking the second of the Swiss bracket, and that should end this set.
That calls it for this set. That was a surprisingly fast second set. I was impressed by that. The Booyah Bomb follow-up. When they dropped one Booyah Bomb, and somebody on Angelfish Roll says, "No, that's my ink."
So the only sad thing about it not going to a third round is that we don't get to see a Splatfest stage, because Splatfest stages have been introduced into the rotations, or into the map list for this particular tournament. I think I know I've introduced them into my stream, and I think a lot of people are trying to figure out what to do with the Splatfest stages, because they kind of can be an interesting thing, but we won't be seeing one at this point. So we've got to figure out who our next stream is going to be.
Yeah, that calls it for round 2. Thank you guys for playing. The round goes to Angelfish Rolls. However that might be made. If it's not a made sushi composition, I encourage people to go out and get creative.
I think DJM, DJM being from Australia, I think they probably have something maybe a little different down there. So they're probably not California rolls. They're probably like Darwin rolls or something like that.
They got the reefs. They've got the craziest variety of species. So out in the reef, you never know.
That's true. That's true.
So let's see. So that's gonna call it for this round. Dragon, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to, not goodbye, but like on stream goodbye to Dragon. Team Dragon Roll.
Yes, an on stream goodbye to Team Dragon Rolls.
Let's see, and I'm gonna switch on over to the other. I'm not sure. Can you let me know what the progress is for the off-stream match? Because I'm not sure where we are.
Let's check that.
I'm seeing myself because this one ended pretty quickly, but who knows? They might be going to a third set themselves.
They might
A
be.
third match, I should say. Oh, and you mentioned, yeah, we were possibly going to play the Splatfest zone. That was going to be Railway Chillin', and that's a pretty interesting
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, I had forgotten how interesting that was until it came up recently in one of my streams, and there are a lot of ways to fire off those quote unquote railways. So, all right, round one. Let's take a look and see where we're at.
Yeah, I'll get these standings for now. We do have Smash GG updated with Angelfish rolls showing over. Wait a second. Oh no, it's not updated just yet. It's not updated just yet. So
it's not quite updated. Okay. Yep.
Just gonna give it a second. Close this lobby, and I wish I'd paid a little more attention to Schellendorf when since it went by so quickly.
It did go by pretty quickly, but I think it was a combination of pushing in with specials. You know, there was a point where the Dragon Rolls they almost got it back with that Booyah Bomb right toward the end, right at when it was at about the 5-second mark. It was so close at that point. And you know, again, I think sometimes one of the teams can surprise the other team with a very aggressive push in the beginning, and I think that's what happened in this particular instance.
Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to go back and look at it, but it goes to show, like, for that zone, it's just so open, and as soon as you have, since you're playing turf war basically, as soon as you have advantage over that, and you can keep pressuring ahead to keep that advantage, then it's a done deal. That's it.
Yeah. Splat zones, again, splat zones is one of those things where the objective is easy to understand. cover that zone and keep it covered. It's a pretty easy objective. You know, it's more difficult with Rainmaker and Clam Blitz, quite honestly, because you know that Rainmaker can be almost anywhere on the map, and those clams are everywhere on the map. So that makes it a little more different. Tower control somewhere in between. You know where the tower is. You know what you have to do. So, but there are a lot of ways to get to the tower. So it's again, a lot of hybrid type things going on in this particular game.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but Splat Zones is one of the worst modes for me. It's straightforward, it is, and you know, once you're good at Turf War, you can do Splat Zones, no problem. As soon as I step into that lobby, though, I'm freaking out.
So I'm taking a look in our what's next right now, and it looks like Swiss round 3, when they are ready, is going to be California Rolls versus Eel Rolls on stream. Two teams that we haven't seen yet, and it will be Clam Blitz on Piranha Pit. There's those clams again we're talking about. They can spawn everywhere.
I love those clams. Those are my friends. They're good. You get them all together. The gang's all here, and you throw them.
I know. You know, it's interesting when they introduced Clam Blitz as a mode. I remember I was playing with some friends, and I don't think we were on stream at the time, but we were trying it out, and you know, I thought it was interesting. It was also very frustrating in a lot of different ways, because you know, you're learning completely new mechanics. I mean, everybody was used to Rainmaker, everybody was used to Tower, everybody knows what to do in Splat Zones. So it's you know, it was definitely kind of an interesting addition to the game. And I remember looking in different posts that were out there, and everybody would say, I don't care about my Clam Blitz rank, it sucks. So you know, Clam Blitz sucks, but everybody's kind of embraced it, you know. And I will say for sure that as a team mode, Clam Blitz is one of my favorites, because it requires the highest level of coordination with your team, I think, of all the modes in a lot of ways.
It does. No, once it takes one good move for maybe like 2 or 3 people on the same team to just get that one coordinated push and just turn the game around completely. It is so heavily team based, and if you're not ready for that defense, the clans are going to come flying in. flooding in.
Well, and you're playing offense and defense all the time in that particular mode, and there are a lot of different ways to lose. Quite honestly, there's only a couple of ways to win, but there's a ton of ways to lose in Cloud Blitz. So it's it is a defensive minded game, but if you can get, again, like we saw earlier in some of the Cloud Blitz matches, if you can get a strong push, to counter push some of the slightly weaker pushes that your opponent has done, you can just flip the table very quickly.
Yeah. Let me set up this
So
third round here.
yes, it
What is
is.
it?
We have the California Rolls versus the Eel Rolls, Clam Blitz on Piranha Pit, which will
There
then
it
be
is.
followed by Tower Control on New Albacore.
Mm-hmm. So who are these two teams? I typed it out,
So
but
the
I couldn't
California,
remember.
yes, the California Rolls are Cass, Drago, Zuzi, and Robo. Or Rob, sorry, I screwed you. I screwed up your name. It's only like the 11th time I'll do that today. Uh, and then on the eel rolls, it looks like we've got Rippy, Vendante,
Nugget.
oh my gosh, Nugget, and Trigger.
And some people's names are different from their IGN, so from the
That's
Discord
true.
name, so
And
I get a little
occasionally
confused here.
and
There we
MPU
go.
Wang PP
That's it.
is Drago. So yeah, I will occasionally call people by the names that I know them by. So it does happen that way. I actually am familiar with both Bendante and Drago. So
So
they are
what's the
regular
meaning?
visitors to my.
What's the hidden meaning behind MPU Wang PP?
Oh boy, I don't know if that's suitable for this stream, but but
Keep it
Drago
family
is a
friendly.
huge fan of main power up, and it's he will do anything for main power up, and even a few
Unironically,
things
of
that we
course.
can't talk about on stream. Yeah. So an interesting story, I can tell a little story about Bendante too. I first met Bendante when I streamed Splatoon 1, and it's only in the last month or two that he has acquired a Switch and started playing Splatoon 2. So again, we see a lot of people that are coming into the game and finding this tournament, which can be an awful lot of fun for everybody that plays in it.
Yeah, I hope they make the most of it. Drago, we've seen plenty of times. Winning the
Yes,
last
we
one
have
actually.
Drago's team. It's Drago and Zuzi are we've seen plenty of times. So it's strong players all around. In this bracket. So
For sure. We're seeing
let's
what
go through
weapons
the
do we
teams
have?
real quick. Yeah, let's go through this. So
Mhm.
the green team is the California Rolls,
That's
and
right.
the
Yeah.
purple team is the Eel
Eel rolls.
Rolls.
Delicious, I should say. Cast the Fae running along with the dualies. You got Rob SM with the Flingza roller.
Yep.
Zuzi's rolling
Cass
with.
getting that, but the
Ooh,
defense. Look at all of the main power up that Trigger's got with that bamboozler. That's a. In fact, I am looking at what's going on in the eel rolls, and that is a lot of main power up on that entire team.
that
Of
is
the
Nugget
of
and
it's
Trigger.
it's just insane.
I mean, I'm surprised Drago isn't the one with the 3 main power up going on here.
Well, I know Drago's just got the helmet with the main power up. That is a pure.
So the thing about this map, actually, I wanna mention really quick that I think it's pretty easy to defend here. Um, since the basket is so far to the left, it takes a long time to really jump in there, and those 2 power clams might be the only power clams we see landing the entire game.
It's quite possible. I mean, again, seeing the California rolls push in, you always want to try and get 2 clams in that opening push if you 2 power clams if you possibly can. So let's go real
Ooh,
quick through the weapons. We got Cass with the dualies, Rob with the Flingza, the foil Flingza, Zuzi with the custom dually squelchers, and Drago with the Splash Neo.
we're seeing
Got
a
Cass
push.
pushing in, and that removes the penalty. Can anyone follow up Cass?
Doesn't seem like much else is gonna happen in this push.
No. So we got Bendante with the 52, Rippy with the Squiffer, Trigger with the Bamboozler with lots of main power up, and Nugget with the with
The K Pro, and also a lot of main power up.
That's right.
The benefit of that one, I believe, it gives them more range, doesn't it? Or is it
yeah,
for both of them?
It actually makes it with the correct amount of main power up, it's 2-hit kill.
Oh,
so
2-hit kill.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous. I see why they would run full main power up then. Sometimes you want to get in there, get the job done, and get out, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. It's all about speed. Time to kill is one of the most precious things in Splatoon.
Very true. And it looks like Rippy in the inkjet. Oh, the rain got Rippy.
Oh.
Never a fun way to go is when you're in an inkjet and you get rained out.
You don't have the mobility to get out of it. It's a quick shutdown.
No.
Here come missiles coming out from Trigger.
And it looks like we've got another push by the California Rolls.
Whoa, this is strong.
And they've got 2 power clams in, and here come the other clams. Rob with that Flingza just kind of rolling in, getting a couple more in. They're keeping the basket open. Again, that is something that if you can do,
very worth
it. If you can extend that basket opening, it really makes it hard for the other team to counter.
This is so hard. 9 clams left, and they have 14 on the across their entire team. This is a big lead, and with a minute left, it's just so hard to get back in there. I don't think I always have my faith. Of course, we're gonna see. It's never over till it's over, but we're so far.
Yep.
They're really gonna have to put something together. Purple team's really.
It's not showing on the stream.
Oh my god! There we go.
We have a note from our
There we go. That's better. Fixed up. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, with streamer mode on, the pings don't go off. So whatever ping happened, we couldn't see it. But now that we actually have the game on the stream, we've got a very exciting game, quite honestly. Oh, here comes the answer. We've got eel rolls with their answer to the basket problem. Here come the clams from the back. Ooh. It's not going to be enough though. This was the counter push we're talking about. It's kind of interesting, and that's gonna be that. There just wasn't enough in that counter push. But again, sometimes you can get behind and get that counter push. And there was a really good push by Eel Rolls. I think they're still working. Sometimes you need to have that match where you kind of figure out how you're going to work together, and that's kind of what was going on there. I was sort of surprised by the Flingza. I thought Flingza wouldn't have as much mobility as it did already. I definitely saw.
Yeah,
I definitely saw the Flingza around.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of rolling around with that Flingza, and that Flingza was actually opening up a lot of paths. So I think that was actually a very good choice in this particular configuration.
So we saw that game. I'm not sure if anybody else did. How was that?
Yeah, and yeah, if you guys are interested in who that was Lepto. So Lepto got into the stream to warn us of our problems. So
it's good. That's what we need.
So what is coming up next is tower control on New Albacore Hotel.
Let's get it going. New Albacore. We are.
All right. So this is one of the longest tower routes that exists. At least it feels that way, and I think it might actually be, because it snakes all the way around this map, and it goes over the water. I have fallen into the water more times than I care to admit. In fact, probably more than can be counted. And that's a very big hazard on this particular map. Depending on how you're going to get at the tower, you can be stopped in midair and just land in the water when you're going after that tower. So there's a lot of opportunity to stop the other team, and a lot of times tower control on this will go, pretty much the full 5 minutes. So I think we're going to see some interesting play here. Snipers can actually be really good on this stage, so I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to see for snipers. I think the typical blaster combination works really well too. So long range blasters will probably be ruling the day a little bit.
Yeah, long range is a little bit the name of the game here. With the 2 checkpoints, they both come with some pretty good chokes. And as long as you have the range to really reach into them, you're pretty much stopping a push. And that makes
so we aren't seeing any blasters. Cool. So this is
well, look at that.
We are seeing some range coming off of Orange Team, which is the eel rolls. So we're seeing that custom jet squelcher and again that Kensa Pro. That's going to definitely give a little bit of range.
Keep in mind,
on the flip side, the main range is coming from Zuzi with the custom Billy Squelchers.
Yeah, that jet squelcher actually comes with Stingray instead of the missile for.
That's right.
And so they can take more advantage of the range because you can aim down that center side. Or from base.
Well, and as they say, it's the GG ray, depending on where that tower is at the end of the match. So.
It's strong pushes here from Orange.
Yeah, we definitely are seeing eel rolls with quite a push going on here. They are about to take the lead.
Yeah, this is the first checkpoint we're talking about. It's pretty, it's a little predictable where the long range is going to come by. And you can see they're going to come in from the left and even though
it looks like they're still on the tower, so they are still. Orange Team is still working on the tower. Orange Team again is the eel rolls.
They can clear up that second checkpoint, then it's pretty much free reign until like 20 or 30 points. Oh, Rippy's gonna hang on for dear life. Well, someone does drop into the water.
And Zuzi stopping the tower. Zuzi taking that tower back.
It's very smart, but the second checkpoint has been cleared. That's gonna be tough. The push isn't over. Zuzi still going at it, going against Trigger. And Zuzi
definitely going for it.
Does he get it? Zuzi chases him down, and the trade. It does
that trade. So we got Rob on the tower with that Flingza. Again, taking a look at the weapons on the California rolls, we have Cass with the Dudes, Rob with the 4 Flingza, Zuzi with custom Billy Squelchers, and Drago, MPU Wang PP with the NZAP 83. Over on the eel rolls, we got Vendante, CC Band with the Junior, Rippy. Rippy going with that custom jet squelcher, Trigger with the Kensa, and Nugget with the Kensa Pro.
There's just so much range on Eel's team that, like we said before, it's going to give them so much advantage because we can stretch across the entire map without problem.
And again, with multiple people on the tower, they are pushing that tower fast.
Oh, Nugget trying to get that long range shot. Does get 2 hits, but doesn't get the full splat. Only Crust, the Fae is able to stop the push here, but does start the Booyah Bomb. It's too much, I think, the third checkpoint.
And here comes the GG Ray right there.
GG Ray. There it is.
And Vendante getting Drago off the tower, and Vendante pushing that tower in for the completion. So eel rolls will take this round with a KO.
A strong KO, and as we said, that map is just everything's over the water. You don't want to go swimming. That's not the move.
It's very true. It's so easy to get into that water.
Now, amongst the confusion, I missed that first one. Do we go into our third?
That is a good question. I kind of had the same issue here where we were working through all of our problems. So
let me check really quick. All right, nice quick response saying it's 1-1 for now.
It is 1-1. That's what I thought.
So we're going to the
That's what I
third.
thought. It's just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
sometimes we get caught up in the technical side of the stream that we forget about the part that matters to you guys the most, and that's the progress. So
Mhm. And we're going into the third map here, which is the only one across all of these stages that isn't a Splatfest map. So it's gonna
we
be
got
Rainmaker.
Rainmaker on Gobi Arena.
When I was writing these maps down, I'm thinking to myself,
and we do have a somebody who just left briefly. Oh, Drago accidentally reported game 3.
oh,
Oops.
let's change that up.
Drago.
Little shame on you, Drago. Come on.
Shame on you, Drago. We do have Rainmaker and Gobi to complete here.
Is that the power of main power up? You get to report games ahead
I
of time?
think so. I think it's main power up. Yeah, you get the predictive ability. I thought does this particular tournament have round predictions enabled? I can't remember. But oh my gosh, Trigger is back in and Nugget is back in. Drago's back in. I think everybody's back.
I think everybody's here.
They're
We got
ready.
the gang's all here. All right, Rainmaker, Gobi. This is everybody. Trigger and Nugget both belong to Eel, I believe. Yeah, good.
Yes.
Just everybody. Go.
All right, Rainmaker on Gobi Arena. Again, this is, they're
This
this one is
esports.
always interesting for me.
It's esports
Yeah,
here,
this is-
Gobi Arena.
Gobi Arena, that's right. We've got an arena, and it's in the arena match of
Ooh.
the century. No, it's not. It's not. But it's, again, Rainmaker here is, there's a lot of, one of the mistakes I always make on this particular map is I drop down too soon. So, again, you've got the high areas on here that are kind of hard to get back onto. So if you can control the mid and then push forward with the Rainmaker, you have a pretty good chance. But, again, that mid, those areas around the mid, the high areas, can definitely make it a bit difficult
Right.
for anyone trying to push in.
Yeah, just like the last map, it's pretty much every point in this map is visible as long as you got a long enough range. And that since it's Rainmaker, the podium's up at the base. It's just so difficult to get back there. It's
Yep.
attacking here is you want some long range, you want some mobility, really want to get in there, and that we're gonna need to see something like that. We do have the jet skulls.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Umbrella, that's a different one.
Yeah, we have a 10 umbrella. So let's take a look at the weapons. Ooh. Already there's a quick push by the orange team, which is the field rolls. Orange team currently is Cass on the Julies, Rob on the Arrow Spray, Zuzi on the Custom Builder Sculptures, and Drago on the Kensta Roller, Kensta Flat Roll.
We go ahead and try that push. It's a pretty strong push coming from Team Eel. He's trying again and again. Trigger really holding down the fort, acting as anchor, this defensive anchor, so he can get these pushes moving, but it does get stopped. Trigger holding back for his team in a smart way. Smart move. Wow, that's an aggressive push. Cast the fake. Jumps up, tries to get 50 points.
Wow.
These Trigger sandwiches
And yeah,
himself.
I may have misspoken the teams earlier. So the team with Cast the Fae is the California Rolls. Over on Eel Rolls, we have Bendante on Junior, Rippy on the Jet Squelcher, Trigger on the good old Tentabro, and Nugget on that Kensa Pro.
And that Kensa flow going. That's the good stuff.
You gotta go with the flow with the Kensa Pro.
That's good. I like that.
We got Drago in there with that roller and just kind of making a mess.
For real. With the bubbles too. Continuing this push. Strong
Rob
roller
with the
play.
push.
God, is he getting that triple? That was 4. Nuggets back, shuts him down, but that's plenty enough time to get an incredible push going.
Yep. Nugget able to stop the progress on the Rainmaker. Currently Orange Team is down by 3. They are all respawning right now. So this is the counter push. We've got Nugget doing a booty bomb into mid, trying to regain control.
I don't know, this is this is one of those situations. You're getting past 30 points. It's gonna be so hard to come back from it because of the location of that podium. Let's see. I'm gonna keep my eyes on Rippy.
They are coordinating their push. You know, Trigger's got that umbrella going forward, trying to clear that path using umbrella, which is always a good strategy.
Oh, Rippy getting 1-2, but does get shut down by Zuzi.
Wow.
Zuzi covered completely in purple, but still continuing. I'm not sure if...
And finally the trade between Zuzi and Vendante.
The two friends. Let's see them coming in. Nugget really far ahead, trying to get a hit on Robzone. Maybe getting a little greedy over there. Does get taken out by Drago.
Maybe a little bit.
Does get taken out by Drago, but they do have good.
Taken out by the. Yeah.
They do have good purple map priority right now. They've got plenty of area to swim around. As long as they can open that up and stop the long range from doing their thing, maybe they can do the same aggressive push as they did before. Drago might be playing it too soft.
Wow, Drago with that roller coming right in there.
Is roller his thing? Drago
And
is
Rippy with that extra range, yeah.
Drago is a front line, so he's definitely shining here. This is his thing. He wants to pull out that roller and just get as many, just slay across the board to as many kills as possible. Open it up.
Rippy working on popping that Rainmaker, and the Booyah Bomb able to pop the Rainmaker.
Eel Rolls can't get this last push. 40 seconds left. Eel Rolls can't get it. They're going to lose this thing. Let's see, Nugget going up the left side, deciding it's a better idea since they haven't done this before. It might be a little less predictable than the right side. Oh, he changes his mind. He's going right instead.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're going to accept that. Yeah, there it is. The special's going out. Drago saw it immediately.
Yep.
And Drago playing defensive instead. He's going to go for it. And they grab it. They could hold it back for the next 15 seconds, but it doesn't seem like he's going to go ahead and do that.
And it looks like Orna's going to make a counter push right up the stairs.
Drago going down. Others going down. Can they get the overtime on it?
Purple's going to need to pick up that Rainmaker pretty quick. They've got the pop. Rippy's has the Rainmaker right now, pushing it forward. They're pushing.
That right
Here
side.
comes the umbrella to clear out the map, but Drago is right there. Wow. So that would be the California Rolls taking down the Eel Rolls in the third match of the third Swiss round.
That's right. Your favorite California rolls. They did it.
That's right. Time to get some avocado.
That closes up the set. And that looks like California's gonna get that one. And I'm still a little confused about that last push. They could have thrown the match if that was the case. Like if Team Eel got their offensive together and Drago wasn't around, maybe Drago got confused.
Exactly.
Maybe his cat grabbed his Splatoon controller. Then
well, those cats will grab those Splatoon controllers. Dogs eat homework, cats grab Splatoon controllers. But it's again, I think we saw a lot of good back and forth on that. And again, the Eel Rolls did have a good push back against the California Rolls, so it wasn't all lost. But yeah, again, I think when Drago found his Slayer ability again, that definitely created a lot of roadblocks.
Oh, it did, for sure. I feel like anytime I saw a push, Drago just flew on in from the sky and said, "Here's my roller. Please stop."
All right. I'm going to be back in just a sec, and I will leave you guys with Sauce. I will be back shortly.
Mm-hmm. And I think the next round, I'm not sure when the next round is starting up, but I'm actually going to go ahead and take that break too. Next up, in probably 5 minutes or so, 5:45 Eastern time, we can start up Swiss round 4, and that'll be the last round before we go on and into the semifinal. That'll determine the number of points needed for the teams to continue on to the best of 5 rounds. And since we have 5 teams, 1 will be eliminated, and 4 will continue on. So you can follow that through Smash GG. If you have the Smash GG page, it's there, IDTGA, or you can type in !bracket on Twitch chat. So hold on to your main power-ups. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back.
And we're back. We are getting ready for Swiss round 4. That's right. We're going to be starting. We're going to be streaming the angelfish rolls versus the eel rolls. Angelfish rolls. Again, we've seen both of these teams before. So I think we just saw the eel rolls. So this will be a matchup between two teams that have faced each other. We're going to be starting with splat zones on Black Belly Skate Park. We were talking about Black Belly Skate Park earlier and what they had done to improve it for Rainmaker. Splat zones, it does have that high central tower and the 2 zones to control. So this is actually a very hard one to maintain control of in a lot of ways. I see the zones flipping all the time whenever I play this one. So
It's tough to keep any sense of advantage here, really. Like the zone closest to you is always so easy to grab, and then depending on the weapon you're playing, pretty difficult to take back once you lose it.
Absolutely.
It's just that tower in the middle just makes your life so hard. If they could just chop it down the same way they did Rainmaker, I would like that.
Well, it's interesting though. If you can control that tower and maintain control of the tower, it's pretty easy to flip the zones. But everybody is gunning for the tower, just like everybody is gunning for the zones. So it can definitely make things a little bit tricky. So on the angelfish rolls, yes, we will have Roya, we have Night Drago, we have Sky, and we have Killer. And on the eel rolls, we have. It looks like it's going to be everybody else, which is the loser's way of saying it. But we've got Rippy, Nugget, Vendante, and Trigger. So,
and we did
splat zones on Black Belly Skate Park.
We did just watch them lose their set, so whatever they've learned from that, we're gonna see directly, essentially.
Exactly.
Or it's a completely different matchup too, because different teams. The angelfish rolls aren't going to play the same way the California rolls did, of course.
No, not at all, and not at all. And again, again, the thing that's similar about all these teams, if we take a look at the angelfish rolls, we've got, again, there have been a couple of substitutions, but we do have the popcorn sound, the chirping birds, but a lot of frontline, midline flex going on in the angelfish rolls and the eel rolls. Again, frontline, midline, support, flex. So we've got a lot of similar play styles again being matched up to each other.
So many frontliners. You're gonna. I'm expecting a lot of skirmishes. I'm actually a little.
I'm kind of expecting some too. We can see both teams going right out. In blue right now we have the angelfish rolls, and in green we have the eel roll. And the Sky going after that central tower.
The control's going pretty much nowhere. But actually, back over to eel rolls. They're gonna take it over. Sorry, not eel rolls. That's going to be angelfish rolls. They're blue. Vanilla Sky going down. Actually, Vanilla Sky was a little further ahead for a splat lane.
Every once in a while, Sky will play frontline splatline. And I've been in matches where he's done that. It can be played that way. It is not conventional by any means.
I'm seeing a lot of love for Sky in chat too. everyone likes.
That's right.
Everyone loves Sky.
Sky is a regular fixture in my stream, so a lot of folks who watch my streams are familiar with Sky. So.
With the infamous front line.
That's right. So speaking of what everybody is playing over on Angelfish Roll, Sky is with the Splatling, Night Drago with the Brush. We have Killer with the Junior, and Roya with the Custom Dually Sculptures. Over on Eel Rolls, Bandante with the Aerospray PG, Nugget with that Kensa Pro, Rippy with the N Parries, and Trigger with the Kensa Dynamo.
That's a strange one.
Well, the nice thing about the Kensa Dynamo, if you can get up on that tower, you can see exactly what's going on right now. You can keep that zone painted, and that's exactly how Eel Rolls was able to take back control.
I mean, he was bouncing while he was up there, but the Sky stopped him from doing anything else. They put him up against the wall, and he was kind of took his money. He took his lunch money. So here we got Vanilla Sky taking the top. Being able to take off a lot of pressure, putting on a lot of pressure, actually. For, against wheel roll. And once this... You're right, but grabbing the top is just so strong. These two are going to be contending for that. Either going to be Sky on top, or you're going to see the triple. Good job.
Yeah, Sky with the triple.
And you get either Sky on top, or you're going to see... Oh, who's the other one? Rippy? Rippy on top. Or not Rippy. Trigger's the one.
Yeah, Sky facing right off with Rippy and Nugget going down as well. Sky going after the long-range weapons as much as he can with that splat one.
Trigger.
Night Drago.
Bomb. Hopefully.
Got a little bit of time, but it looks like when Dante wasn't able to do enough to get control of that zone, kind of hard when you're down by 3 players. That first one is going to the Angelfish rolls. Yeah, I think we've all been there, where it's like, oh, the rest of my team's dead. There's not much I can do here.
21 from Vanilla Sky. Look at that.
Yep. Yeah, Sky's tag is for the team Vivid Inc. So that's his team tag. He is taking a break from his team today to join in with this stream and with this tournament. Something fun to do.
I made a boo-boo. I'm sorry.
And that is not the right map. Yeah, it's Rainmaker on Skipper is coming up next. So
let me reset that stuff up. Give me 1 second.
We're gonna get reset here. Everybody rejoin. So it'll be the same password. Yeah.
It'll be good. Here we go. Now, was Vivid competing in North America Open?
They did not. No, they did not compete today in the North American Open. They have competed. They did compete in Fresh Start Cup at the beginning of July, and did quite well in that. So
they're coming on. Sky's coming on to play on a completely different team, and still seems very comfortable with where they are.
Well, again, a lot of the players that I see here, or at least a few of them, I've obviously I've played with both Sky and Bendante, and we've played against each other. We've played with each other before, and that's kind of the fun part about being a Splatoon streamer that plays with viewers, is that you end up playing with a lot of different folks, and then you're within the stream, everybody gets to play with each other a little bit too. So it's a fun thing to do, and I think when we see people of all different levels and ranks coming together, it makes for a very interesting and fun experience.
It does, but we see a very Zada heavy stream this time around.
Well, it's it is nice that a lot of folks came in from my Discord when we needed help.
That's true.
To fill out some of the last minute cancellations. So and again, having so many people that follow me and with different ranks and different abilities, it was actually kind of nice to be able to help out in that way. So
that's the Zada.
Appreciate the time that everyone took out today for this. So.
That's the Zada gang banding together.
That's right.
Roll deep. I think that's right. No, that's not right.
I don't know. No.
I've done something wrong.
So yes, Angelfish is Roya, Night Drago, Sky, and Killer.
Night Drago.
So Night Drago needs to go on Alpha. Yep. Okay.
Making sure. I still have Yoshi listed here. So I keep confusing myself with Drago.
Yeah, that's exactly my problem too. I printed out our list at the beginning of the right before stream, and then it all changed. So it was I've been trying to keep track of it.
Stay on top. Things are ever changing. We're in an ever state of flow, and we need to just roll with it. Everything's all right.
So Rainmaker on Skipper Pavilion, I always find this one to be kind of an interesting challenge. Again, this is the bilaterally symmetric map. Unlike most of the maps that are rotationally symmetric, this one is left to right symmetrical rather than across. So it is different. It is different depending on what side you are on, kind of what you need to do. That affects mostly snipers and where their peaks can come from, whether they have to left peek or right peek. But
Right, that flank, it opens up the chances for flanks for sure.
Exactly. So you kind of have to be able to flip your mind into reverse depending on which side of the map that you're on. So it can be a little challenging in this case. Again, Rainmaker. Again, there's a couple ways to get up to that podium. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, that is another challenging thing about this map. The fact that there are 3 ways to get, like after that half point, there are 3 different ways to get up to the podium, and that is. So 2 of them are inkable and 1 is not. So you can jump actually from the middle into one of the, I guess the laminated garbage bag kind of floor areas.
Yeah.
And those, like any way is good as long as you can. So what do we see here?
So Night Drago is taking the Rainmaker right to start out with, and Rippy is right there with the dualies to stop him. And it looks like they trapped Roya in the back. So Rippy again with the dapples.
And checking it really quick.
We've got
is actually really low and purple was Angel. Clear that up. I got myself a little confused.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I get a little confused too. I wish we could just set colors, but keep them consistent. Can't do that unless it's Splatfest mode. So
that's right. Unfortunately. Why they would do it to one mode?
So we got Roya currently with that push.
Fantastic push.
Yeah, Angelfish rolls making that push up there, and yeah, it looks like we're down to two players on each team. Then Dante with the Jet Squelcher.
Which jet? That's still the Jet Squelcher. That's gonna be.
It is the regular vanilla Jet Squelcher. So green team pushing it back, and Night Drago with the sploosh coming right through.
So these are none of
So
the
Nugget doing everything to try and hold that Rainmaker, but not enough. Not enough. And when you're left alone with the Rainmaker, it's probably not going to work out so well.
It was a rain that actually went out into the ocean. I'm not sure what that was aiming for.
Yeah. And Sky currently with the Kensa machine, making some trouble in the back there. Oh, Nugget almost getting through, but Rainmaker bursts. Roya getting stopped by Rippy.
Can go ahead and take off one.
Clearing out the Night Drago problem in the back. Meanwhile, Sky coming in with the Kensa machine.
Nugget trying his hardest to protect against this push. And that's the ominous Rainmaker when it's just sitting there and nobody's picking it up. Just thinking, when's the chance? When's the chance?
Then Dante coming down and kind of clearing out the purple team that is there, and then suction bombs, those hidden suction bombs. You don't see them and then they kill you. That's what we're seeing now.
Drop right into it. Rippy is going to go ahead and actually try to fight 2 of them. 2 of Angelfish, and he's taken down immediately. Night Drago sitting in front of that Rainmaker. Trying to dance around as well, but doesn't get the chance. Trigger sitting next to the Rainmaker, babying it, sees Roya, and is not sure if they should continue. Not yet. Nugget goes ahead and grabs it.
Nugget's picking up picking up that Rainmaker, avoiding a lot of bombs.
That was impressive, actually. I thought that was it.
Good awareness from Nugget where all of those bombs were. But yes, all of the routes end up getting to be very difficult after a while, depending on the strength of each team, how many players they have up.
Go ahead and watch that Rainmaker, but not closely enough because it pops purple and Nugget's gonna get caught in that explosion. This map is mostly purple. I see all purple.
Yeah, this is a very purple map right now.
This is going to be pretty advantageous to Angelfish rolls. They had a pretty strong push forward. They're going to keep at it. With 32 points, they can really sit back on this, but it doesn't hurt to get a little more. Nitrago still causing problems. Sky together with Nitrago. Both trying to dance around this curling bomb. Curling bomb ballroom. And well, that's overbanned. Pendante, is it? Does pick it up. That Rainmaker doesn't want to find more. Doesn't get the opportunity to, so that Rainmaker's going to drop again on their side. With advantage for Angelfish once they pop it. 25 seconds.
So Angelfish has the Rainmaker right now. Roya with that push going forward, avoiding getting shot.
This is one of
Kind
the
of
three
taking
guys.
the back route
That's strong.
and pushing it all the way to 14. And it looks like the Angelfish rolls are there.
I mean, honestly, they did kind of just hand them the Rainmaker. They stopped the push, and it's like, oh, I guess they're not going to grab it.
They did pop it, but yeah, they were. I think they had a little bit of miscommunication as to who was going to pick it up. Sometimes when that siren is sounding, it's sometimes hard to know exactly what you need to do. So
Everyone freaks out.
Angelfish rolls.
Yeah,
Angelfish rolls taking this one.
They get another
And I
one.
believe that ends the Swiss rounds, does it?
That does. That's 2-0. We're done with round 4 at this
That
point.
is a 2-0.
And an update from off stream. It seems like California Rolls has won their set.
All right.
So and Eel Rolls was supposed to win this round so they could make it into the next, make it into finals. And I actually didn't realize that if Eel Rolls won, Dragon Rolls is going to be kicked out of the tournament. But at this point, since Eel Rolls did lose 2-0 to Angel Fish Rolls, that's going to be a problem for them.
Yeah, the Swiss rounds are to whittle down the field of 5 to a field of 4 for the finals. So we'll see what happens here.
That's
The Swiss round calculations are always interesting. I know that I've done the math before, and it's like bowling. The scoring is a little bit strange. So
we're gonna close out that one since we saw that. That ends round 4. And again, you
round
can
4 of the Swiss.
yeah, and you guys can again keep up on the Smash.gg page. Very good.
And
matchup.
apparently we have won the off-stream round. We won the off-stream round a few minutes ago. So congratulations to you and me, Sauce.
Yes, I knew the streamers could do it.
We definitely did it. We did it.
Good work to you. I couldn't have done it without you. Way to keep it up. And I'm looking at Smash GG right now. It doesn't seem like the California Rolls Dragon Rolls match has been updated just yet. Let's see. There's some delay on what's going on here. Just people telling GGs to each other, complimenting each other. Of course,
Yep,
sportsmanship
seeing
is
some
above
stuff
all.
in the Discord chat. A little bit of stuff in the stream chat, and hello to everybody in the stream chat. So I see a lot of familiar faces in the stream chat, both from this tournament and from my own stream. So it's good to see everybody out this afternoon. And yes, Wave with his recommendation to use the E-leader, which we will see in the stream chat over and over.
Use E-leader all the time. That's not a bad. That's not a bad advice.
That if you know how to play it, which Wave does, then it is very good advice. If you don't know how to play it, like me.
There's no time to learn like the present.
Yes.
What do you have to be afraid of? It's just a scope.
Well, I'm happy if I can snipe one person with an E-leader in any given round. So that's my goal with an E-leader whenever I play it, is to just get one.
Just one.
All. Just one. That's it. Clean snipe, but
it's easy. Just aim down the sight and you're fine. Put the scope on. Maybe you're getting distracted by everything going on around you.
that's true.
Let's see. So, as soon as the other set finish up and get reported, I think we can go ahead and start on with the semifinals.
All right.
Is that
And for those of you that are just joining the stream, exclamation bracket, which I'm going to put into the chat. We'll get you a link to the bracket.
And you can follow along on Smash GG.
Yep.
I think until it gets updated, I'm going to put that on the stream anyhow.
All right. All right.
Okay, so I've thrown the results up there so far. We've seen 4 wins from Angelfish Rolls, a very strong team so far. That's with Roya, Drago, Vanilla, Sky, I should say Vanilla. I'd say Vanilla. It's Vivid, Vivid Sky.
Yes, yes.
Sky and Killer.
Vanilla Sky was actually an interesting movie. It is a Tom Cruise movie from maybe about 20 years ago.
For those of you who know.
For those of you who know, Vanilla Sky was an actual movie. So I think I have it in my DVD collection. Yes, from before everything was streamed. So
it's creeped its way into my
before
brain.
you
I'm
could
not sure.
Netflix it. Yeah.
It's just we use Vanilla all the time. So like when people say I saw Vanilla Jet in chat, and I'm just like, oh, Vanilla Sky, of course. And start give me a gun, and I'll start firing to the sky.
Exactly. So we are waiting on our next stream assignment. It looks like Lepto has just posted it. So we are semifinals 1, Angelfish Rolls versus Dragon Rolls.
Right. So I can go ahead and set that room up really quick.
I believe so.
And I think by now you've understood my patterns. But I'm not
I kind of
going to put on
understand your
stream.
pattern. The problem is that eventually I will forget how to count. So it's one of the reasons I typically don't gamble, is that I can't count the cards. So
Well, we can help you out.
And
with
so
that.
the first match of the semifinals is going to be Tower Control Starfish main stage.
Thank you for that. I almost forgot to set that up before I go with random.
Yeah, that works great on stream.
Main stage. There we are.
It doesn't work so well in a tournament where everything is predetermined in that regard. So one thing to keep in mind is that if this does go to 2-2, the tiebreaker round will be the Bunker Games, one of the Splatfest stages, which happens to be my favorite of the special Splatfest stages.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is the Thunderdome, the containment zone. It is that is one of my favorites. But again, if it doesn't go that far, it doesn't go that far. But we will be starting with Tower Control on Starfish. Our teams are the Angelfish Rolls versus the Dragon Rolls.
That's right. And I actually forgot to say, GG to Eel Rolls, and thank you for participating. That was
yeah.
You guys.
Congratulations to Eel Rolls for putting up a fight.
For sure.
They put up a pretty damn good fight. Again, pardon my French, but definitely some pretty impressive play coming out of the Eel Rolls today.
Thanks for playing. Hopefully you guys get to join again next time. And just come back around again. You might get set up with a different team. I mean, things get mixed up all the time. Have fun with it. Now, we are waiting on one more person. Zad, are you in here?
Yeah,
You are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm here. Yeah, you have to count me, unfortunately. So yeah, we are we are currently. All right, we it looks like we've got Liam, I think. We've got Dashi, we've got Simone, we've got I think we're waiting on we got Bricks. So we are waiting on somebody from Angelfish Rolls.
Rhea's
We've
here.
got Night
Drago's here.
Drago.
Guy's here. They're waiting on Claire.
Yep, we're waiting on Claire. Comment ça va? Je parle un peu de français. Il y a très longtemps.
There he is. Actual French. Look at that. Amazing.
All right, we got Claire.
That one wasn't French. Good try.
Good, almost French there. Yeah, Zata only face cam. No, we will not be. Attention, stream chat. We will not be doing Zata face cam today. So
Off the dial, Zata face cam.
yeah, that would be
Official
kind of.
feed.
I think we'd be off the Twitch at that point. So.
I think we got everyone here. I can set this up really quick. Let's see. I loathe this stage. I just want to put that out there really quick.
Tower control on Starfish.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Starfish.
this can be a lot of fun. Again, there are a lot of obstructions to the mid, so you know, it kind of making your way sometimes to the mid is just as much of a challenge as anything else. But there are some good routes to flank on as well. So it's again, they redid this map a little bit. I actually preferred the iteration of Starfish that was just before this one, but again, a lot of little tweaks here and there within what the devs are doing for this, or what the devs have done for this.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, there's two really good defense points for this map. Up on Snipe, you really have a. It's a little predictable that people can jump off and jump onto the tower since the tower passes by there, but it's still strong. Like you jump in with a good roller or maybe a blaster or something, and you're gonna defend pretty well.
Yep. It will be interesting to see if we, you know, the last time we saw tower control on stream, we didn't see any blasters, which was kind of interesting. So we'll see what we see this time. You know, almost always you associate tower control with blasters. You know, we'll see what comes up in this particular round.
That when we did see it, that was California Rolls versus EO Rolls. So these are two completely different teams, and maybe they will pull out the blasters this time.
They might.
Maybe it's too meta. Sometimes people don't like playing meta. Give themselves a little challenge. Oh, it's happening.
It's happening. It's happening. Here we go. No blasters. It's a no blaster room. So on Angelfish Rolls in yellow, and we have in Dragon Rolls is light blue.
I know it's guy jumping in with that flank, trying to get something from the side. And we did this kind of quickly, but welcome everybody. Now we're getting into semifinals round 1. This is pretty much it. Whoever, this is going to be a best of 5 now. Whoever wins here goes on to eliminate the team and move on to that much closer to the championship. And it seems like we're getting a pretty good start here from Angelfish. Who have so far been on the spot.
And yeah, look at the coordination of specials going on right now. It is they are using all the specials to push that tower forward. The tower is at that second spot. It looks like they got the tower rider off the tower.
They clear that first checkpoint though.
They did clear checkpoint 1. They weren't able to clear checkpoint 2. Still plenty of time.
Just starting 3 minutes 40 seconds. We're gonna see a lot of specials
Well,
going
a lot
on.
of it is pacing. Yeah, here comes a counter push. Kind of getting started. Got Liam, I think, with that umbrella.
A special going out. What special does Liam have? He's got armor so he can defend his team. So Liam's gonna play a more supportive role here. volley backline. Yeah, he's going to sit on that tower and make sure he can keep everything in together. Maybe use that umbrella for a little more defense, and then armor when necessary. Ooh, he goes down when he triggers it off.
And he goes down. There is that bomb that's going off there.
Not the same. Suction bomb always infects the tower. Or at least for me, I call it a ice cream truck.
It does have the ice cream jingle going on. You got Simone trying to get out of traffic there.
It's not gonna happen. Stuck bumper to bumper.
Yeah, Simone kind of going back, trying to avoid all the traffic going on right now. But that actually puts Simone in a really good position to be able to attack the tower.
That was really nice. Simone's taking advantage of the suction bomb, being able to cover everything. It is taken down, but that was still fine defending. For one person to defend against that, I think Simone successfully stopped the tower.
We have the Booyah Bomb coming on.
He is going to go ahead and
Night Drago continues to ride that tower. Roya with the dualies there.
It seems like the push has ended. They're going to have to take back a lot of the ink that they lost. Liam's going to go ahead and sit on that, even though it makes him part of the front now. It's a little dangerous position. He's going to go ahead and see what he can grab just by riding the tower. He does build up his armor really quickly.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of back and forth on the tower right now. So again, if we can see the dragon rolls clear that second checkpoint, it still stays anyone's game.
Roy's going to come in the back, try to get Liam. Night Drago's trying to get Liam as well, but Liam's dancing. That's a good dance right there.
Liam is doing a tower dance. That is one of my favorite things to do, is avoid getting killed while staying on the tower. It is a challenging thing. You can see all the concentration of fire on the tower right now as it reaches the second checkpoint, and it looks like Sky is kind of managing the tower there, and it looks like all of the Dragon Rolls are out of position right now. They're going to have to make a new push toward the tower.
It was a pretty close push, though. They got to 36, and to get to 26, they just needed to hold it on for a few more seconds.
Well, again, there's a lot that can happen in the next 45 seconds. So.
That's true. It's not over. This is going out. Booyah Bomb from Angel. There it is. Just, oh, man. There's ink everywhere, just flying over the place.
Yeah, looking at the map, you can see the coverage going back and forth as well.
Going up to their court, it's taken out. Trades with Stachi. Roya's still able to make a push here, and with positioning this strong, it looks like as long as they can keep the tower in their place, as long as they can keep the tower in their favor, it's not going to go to overtime.
That's right.
Stay on quick.
So here is that overtime. Here's that overtime. We got Bricks on the tower with that ballpoint, but no, they're getting stopped right at the end there. That's going to send the first round. This is best of 5 to the Angelfish Rolls. I saw some good counter pushing going on in that push counter push. No cap. Definitely a very well balanced set of teams in this case.
But no blasters.
No blasters.
I'm
still confused by that.
What's going on?
I'm still a little bit confused. What happened to this game? Did the meta shift underneath all of us?
I think people are still exploring things with patch 5.
I think so. So coming up next is Clamblitz on Moray Towers, which is one of my least favorite combinations.
Nobody likes
this
Moray
one.
Towers.
Always feels well. Moray is an interesting map. It's undergone so many iterations, and I played it recently in Splatoon 1. Obviously there is no Clamblitz in Splatoon 1, but it has undergone a lot of iterations, a lot of minor changes and tweaks here and there. And Clamblitz on this map can be very, very difficult because they're depending on what route you take to the basket. If you get on a flank route and people start super jumping to you, it's really easy to fill that basket really quickly. So you kind of have to guard from above and guard from below. and really kind of kill everybody.
Yeah.
that's really the only way to do this.
You don't say. The thing around the basket as well is that the court is also really open. So
Yes.
it goes both ways. Like if somebody's able to dance around a bunch of bullets, then they can land clams all day. But if at the same time, if you have something with widespread, like say a blaster, then you're inking a lot of space. It's very troublesome for them.
What are these blasters of which you speak? That
Wait for Splatoon 3. It's coming.
Oh, I see.
I've got the inside info. But this is a map usually you enjoy if you're playing E-Leader. So
That's true. This is an e-leader friendly map. We'll see if that is the solution to the problems today. I don't see an e-leader, and I don't see an e-leader, but I do see some range. So again, this is a range-friendly map. Taking a look at what we've got going on the angelfish rolls. We got Sky on the ballpoint. We've got Roya with the custom dualies. Night Drago going with the sploosh. Killer going with the NZAP 85. Over on Dragon on purple. The Dragon rolls. We have Stachi with the K-Pro. Liam, I think, with the undercover Sorella umbrella. Bricks again with the ballpoint. Smo going with the Kensa splatter shot.
So whenever you say Liam's name, since you say the full thing, Liam, I think it sounds like you're doubting yourself about what he's going with.
The reason for that is that I know another Liam, and so it's kind of like Drago and Night Drago. I have to distinguish between the two of them all the time. So
ooh, a big opening here from Drago's team. This is the different Drago, right?
Yes, this is Night Drago on Angelfish rolls. So.
Angelfish rolls, huge push, 40 points. That's a lot of clams, and it's not going to seem like
they were able to.
That's big.
The 2 power clams and more.
Let me refresh
3
for
power
myself.
clams and more. 3 and 3. They did 3 and 3.
And refreshing for myself, it's Angelfish rolls on green. We got Dragon rolls on purple. I think as long as I say it myself, maybe I can actually mouth it out and feel it. You know, this guy watching everything from Snipe. You know, again, Vivid Sky.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna keep happening. Got you going down. Sky knows that third one's there. Maybe try to.
We have a little bit of a battle between Bricks and Sky right now with the ballpoints.
Oh, is that Bricks' response? Bricks has been playing roller up until that point. Up until this point. So maybe after
Bricks has been primarily on the Kensa Dynamo, but yeah, again the ballpoint giving a lot of advantages on a range-friendly map like this.
I think Bricks is intentionally
Night Drago trying to push it in, but Night Drago, the clam falls into the abyss.
That's the worst.
I think we've all been there. And Simone with that push in, able to clear the basket and a couple extras going in as well.
With the support of Liam, I think they were able to get those two nice power clams in there, but I don't think they can follow up with that one. But it's ever so close there. 41 to 57 is not bad. As long as they can get everything together. 2 power clams about? 2 power clams and 2 little clams. They should be golden. It's gonna be a strong push coming in.
Yeah, this is very close. This is very close.
It's not eels, it's angelfish. Strong push. Strong push.
Angelfish.
Oh, that's 2 power.
Strong push. Night Drago with the splash down there. They're popping in a couple extra small clams.
Liam's not gonna be able to do much on his own.
Night Drago just kind of keeping the area around the enemy basket clear with that sploosh. Eventually he does fall, but they did keep the basket open for a while.
They had the chance to keep that open longer, but they were too busy in their 1v1s that they forgot to keep it open.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you have to make that decision. Am I gonna fight, or am I gonna try and keep it open, you know, for a little while longer and certainly die? You know, that's always kind of a trade-off that you have to make in this game. Do I sacrifice myself at this point, or do I stay alive? You know?
Normally I do. I just when I know the push is gonna be good. Oh, speaking of good push, here it comes. Liam drops in.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
One power plant.
There are way too many angelfish in front of that basket. So it's gonna be. Oh, wait a minute, Stachi coming in there, keeping that basket open.
Maybe they can. Simone.
Is there anybody in position? Simone is closest.
Simone got it.
Simone keeping the basket open. Roy is stopping Simone. Night Drago is sucking up all those clams.
Liam comes in just in time to save Splat. That's all he wanted.
Actually trying to keep it open, trying to keep the green team away, but green team with an excellent defensive stand.
That's clams on moray for you. It's really difficult to. You're gonna see a lot of openings, but it's really hard to do a very good push. And that first push really sealed it for Angel fish rolls.
It really did. That was a very hard push, very strong push at the beginning. But again, we saw a counter push, and we did see a lot of basket control coming out of the Dragon Roll. So it's again, I think we saw some good counter play going on.
Sky again, 17 splats. Full on Slayer.
That's the sky I'm used to. So kind of Sky and Drago, I'm used to those numbers from them. So coming up next, we have Rainmaker on Anchovy.
Anchovy game.
So at this point, Angelfish rolls are up 2-0.
They're doing well. If that would make this match point actually. If Angel wins Anchovy games, Rainmaker, they're gonna go ahead and move on to face
the finals.
To the finals to face whoever wins semifinals too. You guys know how to work. And if you don't,
there is no match for third place. That is one thing to be aware of. So after the two semifinal rounds, we will proceed directly into the finals.
and we've seen some very strong play here. Angels just keeps going. Angelfish rolls just each map. I think they've won each map so far. They won each set. I'm not sure if they've won every single map that they've played, but it's nearly a flawless performance here.
Yep, they have been pushing forward hard, and again, there's a huge rank discrepancy, in the numbers between the players. But again, they're making it work. So there's always a role for everybody to play on a team. So, and I think that's what we're seeing here is that they are making it work. So
they are, and I'm hoping it seems like they're having fun with it too, because I saw Breaks choose that mirror match. Chose that ballpoint against Sky, and I want to see that again. Maybe Breaks.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of enjoying seeing the matchups and the rivalries starting between these different teams and different players. It's a lot of fun to see.
Down to the last seconds. Simone
down to the last second. Sometimes you gotta just pick that right piece of gear at the very end.
Do I want this perfect or that perfect?
I need it to be have that extra sub quick super jump to get out of jail quick. So
we got Angelfish on green, Dragon Rolls on purple. They're gonna open up with pretty much the similar weapons that we've seen before, so everyone's really got their
very similar compositions to what we've seen. Bricks back on that Kensadino.
Drago's gonna be push. That was a strange one before, but if it works, it works. Skirmishes everywhere. Briggs gets Sky. Briggs aiming for Night Drago. Does get Night Drago. Royo's the last one up over for Angelfish rolls. And for Rainmaker, wiping Crit Spell at the end of the game. As long as you push
Dragon Rolls has a lot of turf control right now, which is exactly what you want for Rainmaker. You want to have lanes that you can run through.
For this map, there are 3 different ways to go. Left going up that left wall, you can go up that center fan, and you can go up to the right.
Yeah, they were doing a great job of protect the president there, but they just faced a lot of resistance from the angelfish rolls. Angelfish rolls take the Rainmaker, and now is one of the interesting things that you can see as a spectator is you can see just how the turf control is changing and what that means.
Yeah, it's kind of a prophecy towards how they're gonna move it. Vanilla Sky gets blocked by the billboard. Vanilla, Jesus Christ, Sky gets blocked by the billboard on that Booyah bomb. That could have been a very essential point of pushing forward with even more points, but that's
those billboards, they can just be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
that was an unfortunate hamper step push for sure. So that stops. It seems like it's gonna go back into the favor of Dragon Rolls. And as long as they can get
Dragon Rolls,
they can fight again. Get those skirmishes off. Get another wipe. They can push this Rainmaker forward again. 64 is not a whole lot of points.
no, it's not. I mean, this is definitely going back and forth. Sky Super jumping back to spawn. Avoid getting shot by the torpedo.
That's not for a Rainmaker, is it? No, not for a simulator. Not for a Booyah bomb. Sometimes you see people fly back for it. Oh, getting Booyah bomb as soon as that jumps down.
Oh, wow. And Bricks hitting Sky with that dynamo. Another Booyah bomb on the Rainmaker, and yeah, Bricks trying to fend off everybody that's coming at the Rainmaker from the Angelfish rolls.
Bricks is doing a great job. Just
Dachi gonna take it on the express train.
Sneaky time. Ah, Bricks able to get one, but doesn't get the other. Liam, I think, stuck on his own. Night Drago does finish that off, and that ends the push for them. The sneaky fan is no more. Oh, wait. They can grab it back there.
Simone with that super jump back to spawn and getting all four in the reticle. So we'll see how the Angelfish rolls will scatter.
They seem to.
Night Drago currently carrying the Rainmaker.
It's out in the middle, and Night Drago is trying to find a way up that middle fan, but without his team. That didn't exactly work out in his favor. Vanilla Sky throwing one of those Booyah bombs. Down by Simone.
Well, again, Night Drago very new to the game. Within the last 3 weeks, starting his Splatoon career. So,
and yet, with the bravery to pick up the Rainmakers.
That's right.
Give him more time, he'll be a great player. Watch it. The numbers staying the same: 64 for Angelfish rolls and 82 for Dragon rolls. And Dragon rolls can just push it a little further. They can get it back. There's I think around 40 or 50 points for this match is where it kind of becomes a little difficult.
Yes.
So this is not possible. This guy's holding on to that Rainmaker. Big golden gun. Doesn't seem
giant fish head.
Doesn't see many opportunities. Just trying to fly around, waiting.
Sky's kind of isolated right now.
Oh no, Sky's going down.
And
the wall.
Sky goes down. So we are definitely going to have to see the Dragon Rolls pick up this Rainmaker and carry it forward.
But with Roya and Drago watching that, I don't know if they're going to be able to. Oh, just in time.
Stachi's got it. Stachi using some swim speed there. Pushing forward. Looking out for the bombs coming in.
Supported by Bricks against Roya. Roya might be able to pick them off, but Roya actually goes down.
Oh my gosh, Stachi avoiding that death.
Might get flanked by Drago.
Night Drago with a rush on flank. Stachi kind of avoiding Killer here.
He's avoiding everything. Stachi's unstoppable.
Wow.
Look at this. One more shot against Roya.
Stachi using amazing control right here to avoid getting splatted. Sky's right there.
Can Sky get it? I don't know. Drago too? Oh, Stachi's way too far ahead. That stopped it for that. That was a marathon.
That was a great last stand. That was an amazing last stand.
Wow. I almost had hope. Like, there was just dodging around so much is you know, kind of the role of the Rainmaker.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a great stand right there. However, I think that ends our set. The Angelfish rolls completing this semifinal set.
That is another one, yeah. So 3-0 to Angelfish Rolls. Good games to everybody. Thank you, Angelfish Rolls, for playing. You guys move on ahead to the finals. And thank you for Dragon Rolls for playing. You guys did great
Yeah,
and
that was,
represented all Dragon Rolls everywhere. But the shrimp tempura
That's right.
must be eaten at some point.
Shrimp tempura, indeed.
So that's gonna be it, Dragon Rolls. Thanks again, and that'll eliminate you guys from the tournament. Next up, we should be able to see, is it Benito versus?
It is going to be Benito versus California Rolls coming up next. That's right. That's right. You know, I am getting in that sushi mode right now. I don't want to get the grocery store sushi. I want to get the good stuff.
The good cold refrigerated sushi.
Oh,
isn't that
no?
delicious?
I want the good stuff.
The nice fresh stuff. There you go. My favorite is actually a Spanish mackerel. Once you get the nice Spanish mackerel, it's soft.
Oh,
it melts in your mouth. It's amazing.
Nice.
And I just realized we don't get to see the bunker.
No, we won't get to see the bunker. But semifinals round 2 is Benito Rolls versus California Rolls. We will be starting with clamblets on Snapper Canal. Yeah. So this will be fun.
More clamblets, like, you know, we're blessed. Like that's amazing.
That's right. Fantastic. That's right. Clamblets is probably of all the modes is the best test of your team's communication. So, you know, it one of the reasons I shy away from it, and I'm not shy about saying how much I hate it for solo queue, is because you don't really have good communication with the rest of your team in solo queue, and that it is definitely one of the things that makes clamblets fun, is to actually play with a team. So.
Oh, I could see that. I mean, the only communication you get in solo queue is this way and booyah and ouch if people listen to you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's more ouch than anything else that you get.
Big.
So Benito Rolls is going to be facing California Rolls, and again, we've got clamblets on Snapper Canal to open this up.
Let me set that up. Clamblets.
All right.
Snapper Canal. On Snapper Canal. Which one was? This is the guy with the large sides that are really open.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
When this first came out, that was people's first gripe. It's like, we have the center, and then the rest of the map isn't used.
Well, you know, the rest of the map can be used for building specials. That's the thing to keep in mind. So, you know, again, pushing in with specials on clamblets is a very good way to overwhelm the competition, overwhelm the defense. And again, what I'm expecting to see is a lot of that switching between offense and defense as the play progresses. All right, so on Benito Rolls, we have Luna, and we have Light, Potato Chip, and Hex.
All right. So, Benito Roll. Luna. Chip. Light. And Hex up there. Robs him. Cat. Drago and Zuzi. This is Drago, right? MPU, Wang, PP.
This is Drago.
Okay,
MPU, Wang,
right.
PP is Drago.
That's
Other
Drago.
Drago. So
Gotcha.
there's Night Drago and Drago.
There's the two different Dragos. Don't forget it.
That's right. They are different. They are different people. I've heard them both in voice chat. I know they're different people.
Can you confirm that? You never know. I just said. On the internet, no one knows you're a bot.
It is kind of true.
Semi rounds 2. There was one more thing I wanted to check on. Give me 1 second.
No problem. So yeah, Snapper Canal. This is always kind of a fun one for Clam Blitz. A lot of different ways to push in. You know, see if anyone does the back route. I always call it the back, where you kind of go up the block and then run across. But
Is everyone rushing Luna here? Here we go.
yeah, I know. I think everyone's saying, Luna, pick your gear. But I know that sometimes you got to take that extra couple seconds to find that gear, or find exactly the right thing you're looking for.
So here's another map that it's kind of easy to defend. You're gonna see the basket pretty close to the spawn, and you know when that happens, like as soon as you get out of spawn, you start firing. You can reach that basket. It's gonna be. I always think this is an interesting one to watch, especially since the area under the basket isn't inkable.
Yep.
And, you know, you see people just kind of dancing around, especially dualies, kind of dancing around to enjoy their time on the uninkable area. Garbage bag.
So in green right now we have bonito rolls, and in orange we have the California rolls. Bonito rolls, Hex is going with that Neo Splash. Luna with the Forge Splattershot Pro, Potato Chip with the Junior, and Light is going with the Sploosh.
They do open up. California Rolls does get the chance to open up the basket, but it's not going to be a strong push. It does stop 3 of them from doing pretty much anything. What's that? Light using a camera? No.
Light has the Sploosh. She is she's infamous, at least in my streams, for being a Sploosh player that is hard to stop.
We're seeing another DC from X.
We do have a DC that is Hex. That is Hex's second DC.
They'll have to continue the match unless they want to.
The match will need to continue.
Light goes ahead and grabs the power slam. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that up. Light, so close to opening up the basket, doesn't get the chance.
So close, getting stopped from behind.
The combination of missiles and 3 other people didn't exactly help. By the way, you are joining us for semifinals round 2 at this point. We're watching Team Bonito Rolls versus Team California Rolls. What are we getting here? Big push going over from California Rolls. Again, their Luna, P-Chip are going to be strong on defense. Light does get the flank on Zuzi. You know what? I think
this is going to be really up to the Bonito Rolls for working on strong defense.
It's going to be a nail biter this one.
Again, they are shorthanded by 1 player, and because that player had disconnected once before,
we are not able to do a redo.
We cannot do a redo.
Luna going down. They're going to go ahead and pressure really hard, but taken down by P-Chip and Light. The defense is staying strong. I don't see too many, like 7 clams only on California Roll's side. Means they haven't developed any power clams just yet, so they're really gonna have to put together an offensive if they're not gonna see a comeback from Team Bonito. It's never over. It's never over.
It's never over, and the thing about Clam Blitz is there's some surprising things that can happen.
Chip. It's going to be looking for the opening. It's really
Luna getting that pick.
It's going to be very hard to flank 3 people, so it seems like you're going to go ahead with concerted effort. Just push. This is looking pretty good. Oh,
Luna making a push in. The short-handed push. Can Potato Chip get it in? Yes.
Ooh, that's a strong 48. 48 points.
Oh, very strong push.
They put in
a
all
very
of their
strong
plans
push
in
by a short-handed stream or a short-handed team. I'm sorry. Yeah, our stream is short-handed too. You got to put up with me. But We got Light maintaining paint control as much as possible here.
All right, here comes Luna and Peach defending again. All they have to do is defend now, and they were doing a fantastic job with that before. And all of these with some pretty short-range weapons too. I guess besides Luna's weapon, they're all pretty short range.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is definitely an interesting matchup that we've got here.
You can go ahead
and Light getting rolled. And here comes Drago. Drago getting stopped right at the basket.
This might be the push that makes it happen.
Although Rob's got it. Here comes the answer.
Just one more clam for them. They got it.
They get one more clam in. Actually, they need two because there is no tie allowed.
That's true.
Zuzi's the closest. And basket's up.
Just takes a little too long. 30 seconds left, and a little too long to put in those extra 2 clams. It's not going to happen for them. Luna's going to hold on to that power clam.
Luna's got that pity clam. Cass powering in. Cass getting stopped.
Oh, the clam falls into the water.
Oh no.
Amazing.
The bubbles at just the right time. They're defending that final power clam.
As they should. Once they held that power clam, once that power clam disappears, there's no chance for overtime. This is it. They got it.
They got it. And a short-handed win at that.
Hey, remember when Bonito Rolls was calling for that 3v4?
Well, they got it. They got
their 3v4.
it with a different 3 than they had expected. So
A very interesting.
that was pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. Again, that's the key of communication right there. You know, that they were all able to communicate that way. Again, seeing some really good paint control. Really, I mean, the turf control is so critical in Clam Blitz, and seeing a lot of good control there.
The coordinated pushes also help. Not only the pushes, but the specials. When that bubbler came out, and shut down the push completely.
The bubbles, they definitely, that was well timed. So definitely an impressive showing in a 3v4 shorthanded victory.
I love it. That's strong. Let's move on. We got Hex back in the room, so we're gonna go to Camp Triggerfish. Oh, this is right. Hex is back. Cannot go into either team.
All right, Splat Zone's Camp Triggerfish. This is a dual zone nightmare. No, actually, it's not a nightmare at all. But depending on your weapon choice, you can actually do a pretty good job of controlling both zones from one side. So, you know, again, I think usually what we see is, you know, a couple of players moving off to the enemy team side and a couple of players defending the home team side. But I see a lot of flips in this all the time. And yes, water is a major hazard. And so I do see a lot of falls into the water myself, especially. So, so being able to shoot across that mid is actually a very big part of this.
You want to jump across the middle, don't you? You can just reach it. It's right there. But the tough part, I guess some weapons are able to reach across, but the easiest way is to just go around the flank. Well, it's not even easy because then you have to face everybody.
I'm looking at our stream chat, and it looks like they had no communication.
Yeah, Team Bonito has no voice chat on.
No communication. The Bonito Rolls have no VC.
Just, I guess, visually map awareness. That's good too.
I think that definitely works. So
on orange we have Bonito Flake, and on purple we've got California Roll. Peach up with a little late start, but you know, as long as he makes it there in the end. He's got a good question in chat also. Why isn't Luna playing Luna?
That's a good question. I think that's a question for Luna.
Let's see. Hopefully Luna's on chat as well. What is Luna playing? The gal.
So yeah, currently Luna is on the Kensa 52. Potato Chip is playing the Squiffer. Light on the Sploosh, and Hex is playing the Splash Neo.
Here's the troublesome part of it.
Currently we have
none of those weapons on Bonito Rolls can actually reach across the map. Sorry. It was
Yeah,
the,
that is pretty. You know, the one that's closest. Yeah, actually, the the Swiffer is actually the only one that can reach all the way across the map. So.
What about the weapons for California rolls?
So California Rolls has a little bit of a range advantage. The Flingza and the custom built Squelchers are actually going to have a better chance of being able to reach across the map. Again, bombs are very useful for reaching across the map as well. I found that sometimes just throwing splat bombs across the map on a regular basis is a very good way to keep the other team on their toes. And here comes the section bomb rush. See again. Using those bombs to your advantage to keep that zone under paint.
I think this, the outcome of this game might be pretty clear, though. Just by way of rollout, California Rolls just is such a clear advantage. It's so important to know what map you're playing and choose a weapon.
That's true.
T-Chip with the inkjet is able to ink across as well. I guess I can get it back. Look at that. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't talk about Bonita Rolls like this. They proved us all wrong last game. They might happen again.
Again, if you can get those flanks and get into the enemy territory and make a mess.
Wow.
And look at that lead.
Wow.
They got the lead by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
I saw someone throw a splash ball into the water for good luck.
I've done that.
And they're gonna go down. And
I don't know if it's good luck, but
flank from Cast Effect.
we got Rob working on Rob with that kill across the moat there.
Rob's going for the flank as well. T-Chip is able to hold on to the point for a little longer, but we'll see how that turns out. Heck is actually might be able to stop that flank. There we go. Taking some time while the point does belong now to the teams of California Rolls. Hex wins the flank over fight on flank and is able to just mosey on down.
Exactly. And oh no, Drago taking the trip into the drink.
Oh, did I miss that? Ah, no. Poor Drago.
Oh yes, it was unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. The dually dodge roll right off the edge. It happens so much with dualies. And I've been informed I'm the only one that calls it the dually dodge roll, but I like calling it that.
What else do you call it? I think that's it.
Just a dodge roll. You don't have to use the word dually in front of it. But
Ooh, that was ballsy. I saw somebody. It's a good Booyah bomb, but I definitely saw Drago use his inkjets the very last second. Almost hit the water, but not quite there.
Got Zuzi on defense right now. Zuzi engaging with Light.
Does lose the light.
And Light makes it through, but Drago stops Light.
Maybe that's the communication. T-Chip with another inkjet that really making this point contended. Like this is not easy for Team California Roll in the least.
No, this dual zone setup, especially since there aren't a lot of long range weapons that are just painting from across the map. That makes it tough. Drago popping that inkjet, trying to maintain control of the near zone.
Bruno with fantastic dancing, making it happen. Still around, still pressure.
Purple gonna have to hold these zones. California Rolls are definitely gonna have to hold in order for this to go.
Light jumps in with the special, and only Rob is able to defend things. I think that's it for Bonito Rolls. That looks like it's going to be. The overtime only went on for a second, but since the control went over to Bonito Rolls, they're going to take that round. This is wild. I'm looking.
This is wild. Yeah. Bonito Rolls winning the second round.
And I wasn't able to catch it on stream a lot, but I imagine there were some more dually dodge rolls going down to the water. It's not a rare sight.
Oh yes, I'm looking at the stream chat there, and yeah, the Glugas roll into the water. They do. So coming up next, we have Rainmaker on Wahoo World Yes, I always complain about the circular zone Wahoo world and how there's no corners to paint. But Rainmaker on this one, again, this is, the Rainmaker podium is right in front of the enemy's spawn. So it there's a little bit of strategy, and do you really want to send them back to spawn or not? So would you rather have them chase you, or would you rather kill them and have them face you? So
Yeah, one of those maps where you can just juke them and keep going. I've definitely lost games to people that just sneak across, and then
Yes.
there's nobody defending, and that's it. That's all it takes. Sometimes it's all it takes. So right now we're sitting at 2-0 for Bonito Rolls, Team Bonito Rolls, and 0 for California Rolls, and that means if Team Bonito Rolls wins this match, they're gonna go ahead and go on to final.
That's correct. They would be facing the Angelfish Rolls at that point. But again, can't count anybody out on this. We could see a reverse sweep. That would be very exciting in itself. So we'll see what happens here. We've got a couple of very strong players on these teams that are just kind of pushing forward.
It is, and it's a very this map in particular is very accessible. There's so many avenues to take, especially since the rolling area in the bottom has the open doors. So you can go through the sensor if you want to. You can go down through the bottom, through the spinning bottom. You can go through the extended parts when they open up. And what colors do we have? We got Team Bonito on blue. We got Team California Rolls on green.
That's right. So on the Bonito Rolls, we've got Luna with the 96, Potato Chip with the Junior Light with the Sploosh, and Hex with the Splash.
Sploosh and Splash.
That's right.
Again, very short range.
Those steampunk weapons. Yeah. They're making it work for him, though. Although with the 96 there, that opens up a lot of room and power for handling some of those backline duties. Meanwhile, over on the California Rolls, we got Rob with the Junior, Cass with the Doolies, Drago with the Splash, and Zuzi sticking with the tried and true custom Dooley Squelchers. This is a hard push right now.
That's what we were saying before. As soon as they sneak through the middle.
Oh.
But a good defense. That was a fantastic response to that.
Good defense.
Great response. We're going to see the counter push coming through from Team California Rolls. Robs them with the Rainmaker. And the only people protecting are going to be Hex and Potato Chip. Right leading up with the flame.
So Rob using some speed there.
Ooh, this is what I'm talking about. They're going to do the counter push going across, but it's not enough. Hex comes back in. And does stop that push. Hex is able to tank it. And the only person alive from Team California Rolls now is going to be Drago.
Yeah, Drago doing what he can to defend. Drago picking the Rainmaker and Potato Chip right there to stop.
And with 5 points, that looks pretty promising. I was actually surprised they weren't able to take it all the way. Fantastic response from Hex to turn around and throw that splash bomb to just stop the Rainmaker. The priority is just stop him. You don't have to kill him, just trap him.
Ooh, and Drago and Potato Chip getting into a little bit of a scrum back there. Drago kind of going aggro. And Drago with the suction bomb rush to paint up. But meanwhile, Light sneaking the Rainmaker.
Let's see, Drago's still going to the spawn. He's going to start pressuring them from the back. What's going on with the Rainmaker? Drago's just going to look for splats.
Rainmaker going to reset. It doesn't have to go very far to reset that.
Light going ahead, trying to see if he can grab something. Does get cast the Fae. And scares off Rob. Light pushing on ahead, trying to clear a path to Potato Chip. Potato Chip walking on green ink.
Yeah.
A little dangerous, but that's gonna happen. Hex goes a little far
taking
ahead.
down Cass. But Cass stopping the Rainmaker. Hex popping the Rainmaker.
With 2 minutes left, they can kind of just defend very strongly and not really worry about having to dunk that Rainmaker, but they're going for the full dunking beam.
Well, one of the things with Rainmaker and that I've learned is that it really isn't over until there's a cap. Because, even somebody thinks they can get the defense in, one mistake can really flip Rainmaker around.
For sure. I could see that. Especially, like, this map works if they sneak over, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Light's gonna hold on that. Light's not gonna... At the same... Not grabbing the Rainmaker, but at the same time not acting in anchor for his team to jump back in. Just kind of going ahead. Maybe we'll get some one light going down.
And there is a trade. Oh.
See, I didn't see that push. Here, they're gonna go on ahead.
So here comes the push.
Is it gonna be enough? Light tries to come in to get Wayne.
They go avoiding all the splats and getting it to 7.
So close, Drago.
So close, but Light taking that Rainmaker and getting it out of there.
Yes, they did just jump in, tried to take out Light.
Drago's
going
blocked,
crazy.
but the Rainmaker's still there.
Ooh, X gets the height advantage on Rob. Does take out Castafe. That Rainmaker.
So Luna taking the Rainmaker back, getting it out of there.
This is it. Now they can just hold it. At this point, Luna's gonna sit back.
Well, there's Rain going over the Rainmaker. There we go. Luna getting it out.
Who reigns the Rainmaker? Yeah, they've got it now. Luna's holding this.
Luna holding it mid.
That's gonna be it.
And that's gonna be a match.
From a DC to
Yeah.
a wild
To
team
3-0.
composition to a 3-0. That was
Yeah,
a
that
back and forth. If I see
that and no communication. Add that all in. Wow. So Benito rolls taking this semifinal round. That would be a 3-0. That's going to bring up the finals.
Man,
That was something else, though. I mean, seeing all of that, again, those quick rushes back. I mean, 5-7 was the final. I mean, it doesn't get too much closer than that. But yeah, good defensive stands by both, and good offensive stands by both too. There is some truth to what Putz sometimes says about going offense, and definitely with Rainmaker on this, it can definitely pay off.
oh yeah, that was a fantastic back and forth. I enjoyed that very much, and congratulations to Team Benito Rolls for making it up ahead to the finals and getting that 3-0. And thank you very much for California Rolls for playing up to this point. Drago and Zuzi, unfortunately, not getting the championship this time. Not protecting.
Not this time,
not
but
this time.
but that I don't think that is going to keep them away. So I hope not, because these can go a lot of different ways. So yep.
For sure. That it goes to show you need more main
Drago
power
with
up,
the
right?
GGs in the chat.
We need more main power up in here.
We need more main power up. That's exactly right. Yeah, everyone's favorite patch ability. You patch all the problems with your weapon with main power up.
So Cass, Drago, Zuzi, Rob, thank you very much for playing. And congratulations for making it this far. It's been good.
That's right.
It seems like finals is going to be coming up. That's going to be Team Angelfish versus Team Bonito.
Yes. This
So
will be exciting.
Yeah. Should we take a quick 5-minute break, just kind of get people to settle in, or should we jump right into?
Let's give people a couple minutes to get back in. That'll also give me a chance to get something to wet my throat a little bit, so that my voice doesn't go dry. So
it's important to stay hydrated. Keep with that.
That's right. That's right, gamers. Stay hydrated.
Gamers, let's go. Rise.
Rise up, gamers, and stay hydrated.
Chat, you drink too. Don't forget, join us here. Gotta drink.
That's
more.
right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bump this back to an AFK screen, and we'll be back around 6 minutes, 7:10. My time, I guess.
7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central.
Whatever that might mean for your time zone.
That's right. Whatever it might mean for your time zone. We'll be back in 6.
Mm-hmm. And we are back with the grand finals. Here we are. This is it.
Yeah,
We've come this far.
We have made it this far. I mean, this has been kind of an exciting tournament. We've seen some subs coming in and making their names felt or known or their presence felt. I don't know. It's one of those types of things. But yeah, this has definitely been an exciting tournament. We finally whittled it down to our final two teams. That's the Angelfish Rolls and the Bonito Rolls. Both of them having to add subs at the last minute in order to proceed. So it's this is one of those cases where it's amazing that we got this far, but I think it's been some pretty exciting competitive play that we've seen here today.
Oh, for sure. This set of people, these 8 people here, yourself and myself included. I love all these people. This is great. I already see the names. I recognize everybody at this point. I'm not going to forget this one for a while.
We definitely have some stalwarts from previous It's Dangerous to Go Alone tournaments, and then we've got some newcomers that are again shaking things up a little bit today. So it's been pretty exciting. So on Angelfish Rolls today we have Roya, we have Night Drago, we have Sky, and we have Killer. Or Killer, depending on how you want to do it. And then on the Bonito Rolls, we have Luna, Potato Chip, Light, and Hex.
I think that looks good. And Splat Zone's Manta Maria. Do you have any opinions of this map one way or another?
You know, actually, I kind of enjoy Splat Zones on this. The dual zones, again, this is kind of, in a lot of ways, it's configured very similarly to the way that the Black Belly Skate Park is configured, where if you can get control of that middle mast, you have a good ability to keep both of the zones under paint. One of the techniques that I use, and believe me, I don't recommend that anyone try any of the techniques that I use because you won't get past S rank. But it will, I like to actually go in with a custom junior and just kind of keep both the zones painted from the middle and hide on the mast. So and then I can just rain whichever direction I feel like I need to rain. So again, there's a lot of different ways to approach Splat Zones on this, but watch out for flanks, and if somebody gets into your bunker, you're going to have some problems. So you definitely don't want the other team into your bunker, and that's a bad thing to have happen. So
for sure. I mean, having that Splatter Shop Junior and Rain, actually, that's already a really good combination. You're going to get ink back in second easily.
Yeah. And so
the large highlight of this map is that mast you were talking about. The 2 zones side by side on it makes the mast a very tricky thing to plan around.
Exactly. And again, rain is very useful, at least in my experience. It's been very useful on this particular map. So we'll see how much rain we see. And Booyah Bomb actually is very good on this as well.
It is.
You can booyah one of those zones, you can flip it. So
anything that gets you a lot of ink. I'm hoping for clear skies since we're on a boat. And hopefully we set sail soon. Maybe we're trying to kill time because it's going to be rainy. So we have Team Angelfish Rolls on purple and Team Bonito Rolls on green. Going through grand finals, best of 5. Let's see it.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. So on the Angelfish Rolls, we've got Killer with the Junior, Night Drago with the brush, Roya with the custom dually sculptures, and Sky with the Splatling. Meanwhile, there's a Hydra Splatling played by Luna over on Bonito Rolls, Potato Chip with the Junior, Light with the Sploosh, and Hex with the Splash Neo. So a lot of ink coverage weapons.
You're noticing there's rain here. There's a lot of rain. Roya decides to go with rain instead of the other set of dualies that Roya's been using up to this point, and that's interesting to see. We already see one rain going off, and this is everything in favor of Angelfish Rolls right now. Light trying to come into the left side with the splashdown, stopping that splashdown.
But that armor definitely protecting the Angelfish Rolls.
Good timing.
Making it really tough. Angelfish Rolls currently in commanding control.
Very strong.
Managing to keep the zones painted. Sorry. Don't want the zones to point. That doesn't work very well.
You can't move those. There's a square stuck in the middle. There's a Sky pushing out one Booyah Bomb and a hit on Hex. This is strong. It's looking like it might be a clean win. Especially since we're seeing
This
people
might-
1v1s on Bonito.
Yeah, they're able to stop the clock, but not for very long. So they were able to go into the lockout phase, and Angelfish was able to effectively lock out Bonito Rolls on this particular map.
Yeah, when the timer went off, I actually saw somebody go into the water. Not by way of actually falling in, but, you know, your character stops moving. Wherever they are.
It's true.
It just happens. You have to, as said in chat, you have to just embrace it sometimes.
Absolutely.
The water calls to you. Go for a swim. So that was a very quick match.
That was quick. That one was quick. We'll see if tower control on Mako Mart is quick. You know, this is one where, you know, as much as I will make comments about the tower route being long, very, very long on the hotel, you know, on Mako Mart, you know, it's kind of a linear route, and there are a lot of places that you can set up camp and kill people from. So it's you know, kind of a little different situation.
Yeah, actually, this one doesn't come up for me very often when I play solo queue. Maybe it'll be different if you're playing deliberately on private battles, but whenever I'm playing on, it just doesn't. I'm not sure of the routing on this one actually. It's
Yeah,
so rare.
it kind of snakes. It snakes a little bit. It snakes a little bit to the left, and then it goes to the right, and then it finally comes around the corner. So it's kind of easy to defend, but it's also kind of hard to reverse in a lot of cases. So it can be tough if the other team pushes it really past the first checkpoint. It gets tough because you are basically on defense as it goes in front of your the blocks that you have there, and you know, your stand, your rise, whatever the hell you want to call it. So it can be interesting. It can be interesting. So I think what we're going to see is a lot of combat going on, a lot of getting on the tower, getting off the tower, killing the people around you, killing the people on the tower. It's going to be very, very ink filled. Is what it's
madness. I think with all the boxes in the map itself, it gives you a lot of verticality to be able to aim down the tower. So I expect it to be pretty easy to defend. I just, as long as you get some sort of good vantage point to aim down the tower, then.
Well, and I think we might end up seeing a sniper here. Well, let's find out. No snipers. No sniping. So no snipers.
Luna's pulling out the E-leader actually.
Oh yes, we do have a sniper. I totally missed that. Luna with the E-leader.
Luna's still not using the Luna Blaster, but you know, this is a smart choice anyway.
You know, that's the typical trick in Splatoon. Name yourself something that you aren't playing to confuse the other team. So.
You got Angelfish Rolls pushing up ahead, taking the lead really quickly for 93. That chicken not getting anybody, but the rain going out, maybe stopping the push. Oh, this rain's also.
So Killer kind of going in there and clearing out a little bit of the Bonito rolls. Meanwhile, missiles coming in left and right.
I'm gonna focus on Luna for a second.
On and off the tower.
So that's Team Bonito Rolls. Continue on with a pretty strong push. They're getting past that first checkpoint.
Yeah, that was a team wipe there. So
Luna getting a good snipe. Sky, actually, I didn't realize Sky switched over from Splatling over to a slot machine. Kenta slot machine.
Yep, he does play the Kashin every once in a while. So.
The Kashin.
And meanwhile, Light coming in and getting Night Drago from behind. Light taking that tower.
That's gonna stop their push. It seems like Light's gonna turn around for Angelfish Roll. As the missiles, he's gonna use it immediately. Meanwhile, on the other team, Drago does have a splashdown. He is able to leave. He might be able to start a push over on Bonito Rolls. Is he gonna commit to it?
One thing that we are seeing a lot of is the Angelfish Rolls are doing a lot of turf control right now. See Light pushing back for the tornado rolls to kind of get more turf. So this is kind of a turf battle right now.
This is definitely a turf battle. They're waiting for their chance to. I think Team Bonito Rolls is waiting for their chance to get the ink advantage, whether it be with the rain or some black, to do any pushing at all. With 99 points, it doesn't seem like they've had a good foot on the tower just yet. What's making it hard, I think, is Sky just going ahead, being very aggressive with that game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They're trying to hold everyone back there. Sky just getting that splat on Hex. And Sky going after Potato Chip.
Just get it. Sky going for Luna too.
Sky
Another
getting Luna too, yeah.
What's Sky drinking? What is this? Hex at it. It gets Hex. Oh man. Face off against the dualies. Gets the armor with that too. Hits Peach one more time. I don't know.
Sky going for that spawn camp right now. And meanwhile, Roya just kind of pushing the tower. And they're making that turn around the corner. And Hex coming in there and saying, hey, stop it. I don't want you going any further.
Shoe fly. Don't bother. Here's the push seems to stop at 13, just shy of that last checkpoint. But honestly, that looks like so much damage that it's difficult to come back on.
So Luna looking to hold everybody off at that with that E-leader right now.
Luna has been getting some nice picks.
Luna getting that snipe on Killer.
Waiting for the opportune moment each time to see what Luna can get. And Luna
Sky
playing smart,
using
very
the,
defensive, staying in the back.
Oh, and Hex getting splashed down. Sky stopping, Light stopping Luna. Angelfish rolls are continuing to push. Sky stopping Potato Chip.
This is just
Sky stopping Hex.
This is get in the trenches. Sky has got an entire mortar, like army lined up to just keep dropping bombs. This is
meanwhile, Light is just getting back into the mix and getting the tower to reverse course. Luna doing whatever possible with the E-leader here.
The stranglehold seems to be lightening up. Hex was a little too far ahead from his team to be able to do anything because all of Team Angelfish Roll.
Luna with the snipe on Sky.
Angelfish Roll just has so much ink already. And this is trying to play in the middle and on their side. On the enemy side. Seems like it's difficult. It's gonna be difficult. Light's gonna get on there out of desperation. The last second or so, but nope, Roy's gonna take it back.
And that is going to send round 2 to the Angelfish Rolls.
2-0 advantage. That's crazy. Let's see what the count is. How bad is it? 33 from Sky.
3 KAs from Sky. Wow. Killer not too shabby either with 15 KAs.
Ooh. That's something else. I'm a little suspicious. Chat was calling 33 before it came up on my screen.
No, they were guessing. I think they were counting. I can see that.
Hold on.
Dre was counting it.
Are you guys from the future?
Yeah, the Twitch chat is from the future. No, they're counting it. They're counting it down. So
it was definitely interesting to see all of that happen. Sky just so nimble and very comfortable with that Kashin. You can definitely see its strengths once you see somebody be able to predict movement with it. I saw some hits on P-Chip while P-Chip was rolling, and that was just like, wow, how'd you know he was gonna be there? It was just like, I don't know, the guess.
Well, we've got Rainmaker on Blackbelly Skate Park. This is one of the most reworked maps for Rainmaker in Splatoon, and I think finally they got a configuration that works by taking down that central tower. It's much more open. You can see what's going on quite a bit better, but there still are a couple places that you can hide and a couple of different routes that you can take in order to cap that Rainmaker. So this unlike previous iterations of this, where it was an insta-cap for whoever first grabbed it, it's actually a lot harder now because you can see where they're coming from if they try to do a hard push right at the beginning.
And that little short tower changes everything. I think it makes the map a little less exciting, but you know, it's a little flatter.
I think it
It's
makes
no
it
big deal.
more competitive at the same time. I think it helps to balance things out quite a bit.
For sure. That I can agree with. Yeah. Now, that since it's a little more leveled out, you can expect long range weapons to have an advantage there as well. And maybe we can see another Kashin because that reaches pretty far. But the longer you shoot with that, the more difficult it is to land that shot. The farther, I should say.
Definitely.
So let's see how it turns out. We're gonna see Grand Finals round 3. Team Angelfish roll versus Team Bonito
versus
rolls.
the Bonito rolls.
Oh man!
And if you are all hungry for sushi, I recommend that you go out and find some after the stream. But stick around for the end of the stream today.
Until then, maybe if you order now, it'll make it before the stream's over. So Angelfish rolls on green. You got Team Bonito on purple, and this is actually set match. So if Angelfish rolls this one, they're gonna win the entire thing. Everything's
correct.
on the line here.
So we have fierce contention for the Rainmaker, but it looks like the Bonito rolls have just popped it.
That gives them the ink advantage almost immediately. So that's so much.
They're finding light hiding in the ink.
They do grab the Rainmaker. Hex decides to. Luna's just taking it to the side. Is that an optimal way to continue? Without
if nobody's there. I think Luna might have been trying to paint a little too much. Luna did have a chance to rush it down through there, but it looks like Sky is there with the Stingray.
Good choice at Stingray. Lets you aim anywhere across the map.
And able to stop light with the Splatling. So, there is the pop.
This is a good defense and offense. It's a very big stalemate here. Two trades going on. Drago grabbing it. Maybe he's going to turn it around through the middle.
Looks like Night Drago is going to take it through the middle.
Here it is. Like you were saying before, it's just you can see everything. You know exactly what.
Yep.
Even though there is the announcement of the Rainmaker telling you where to go, you can clearly see where Drago is and his team.
Yeah, Luna with that 96 kind of seeing clearly where Drago is coming and able to stop him.
He's going for a flank here. Oh,
and the Rainmaker has reset.
I actually see it now. People were mentioning in chat before that the kill count's up above. I actually missed that entirely.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's there.
It's there. So the 33 makes sense. Roya grabbing it. Does start the push. Takes the lead. What is... Pushed against the wall. Oh my god. 3 going down in seconds. Sky's the only one left behind. Only by way of not being part of that skirmish. Well, I mean, supporting it from afar with that Stingray. Oh, wait. There's a push. Over from Luna again. Trying that left side.
Oh, Sky stopping the splashdown from the light. Mid-air, Sky stopping Hex. And Roya has the Rainmaker right now.
He's gonna grab it, go ahead with another push. They're gonna go up the right side, something they haven't done yet. They did try before, but will stop immediately. And with that Stingray, they might be able to do it. Just enough. Luna stopped it.
Not quite. Luna with the 96 stopping it, and then Luna getting stopped as well. It's just, this map is much more competitive than it used to be.
Much more fairness, much more back and forth. 3 main avenues to this road, and it gives a lot of flexibility.
We're kind of getting stopped behind by that 96. Wow, look at that.
Rain coming down is easily going to stop that from pushing forward. But spends a little too much time in the rain. The splashing on puddles is encouraged outside of Splatoon.
And Bonito Rolls is currently ahead. Very small margin.
Trying for the flank, but does miss the chance to get a double. Roya pushing forward, finds a fantastic avenue.
Roya pushing forward.
Just enough, gets ahead. Like 9 points. And Sky sitting on the side, not really having much place to swim to, so this is a risky move this kid's part.
Well, Sky again trying out frontline Splatoon.
It's the frontline Splatoon. Just so much range. It does have the Stingray, chooses not to use it. Which makes sense. If you use a Stingray that close, it's gonna rush you down. I'm surprised to see Sky's not flying back to spawn to get rid of the Stingray.
Well, Hex currently with the Rainmaker. Hex making an all-out push down the half pipe.
Oh, that's right. They got wiped. Surely.
This will be rough.
Unless this does stop. Unless they're able to stop Roya with this Rainmaker, it seems like Team Angelfish Rolls will have the game and the tournament.
We got 10 seconds left. Potato Chip not gonna let it go. Luna coming up from behind but getting stopped. Luna had an excellent flank opportunity there. But that is going to be Rainmaker on Blackbelly Skate Park.
That closes off the entire thing. That's it. They were holding on to it in the middle of the map. Well, not the exact middle, but you know, the center lane of the map. Row, column, I don't know. But either way, that's
right through mid. But yeah, that was pretty exciting. That was craziness.
There you go. A GG over there. The game goes to Angelfish Rolls.
The Angelfish Rolls.
That
team of Roya and Night Drago, Sky, and Killer.
Mm-hmm. And
just going for it.
The imaginary sushi. as far as we know.
Sushi, yes. We're not sure exactly how you make an angelfish roll. I don't know how big angelfish actually get. They are an aquarium fish, aren't they?
Maybe it's allowed. I'm not sure. But congratulations to Team Angelfish Rolls for pushing through Roya, Drago, Sky, Killer.
I'm not entirely sure. So yeah.
And thank you very much to Team Bonito Rolls for competing as well. That puts you in second place. Still not something to laugh at. Congratulations to Luna, Heck, P-Chip, and that Light, I believe it was?
It was Light, yes. Lightning Lifeguard, yes.
Mm-hmm. And that leaves...
That is going to be a wrap. So, we do have a couple of administrative announcements here. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want a 1v1 sauce and just no, let's not. And just a couple of notes. There are one of the reasons that DJam has been kind of in and out is that he is competing himself today. He is going to a LAN. He is going to Shell Smashed, and that is actually on Ocean Inc. That hasn't started yet. It is a LAN down in Australia, so that's where DJam is from. He is kind of our boss here.
A little bit, for sure.
A little bit. And so if you are interested in seeing what's going on at that LAN, that is going to be streamed on Ocean Inc.'s Twitch channel, I believe.
Right, I put that in the chat already. Don't go anywhere. We're actually going to be raiding after this. Bring the chat over to somebody else's stream. Not sure who just yet, but do support DJam over at Ocean Inc. Squids when they do start streaming. It might be like maybe an hour or two from now.
Yeah, I think so. Right now in DJam's time zone, it's just before 10 a.m. So it's about 9:30 in the morning. So yeah, he is on his way over to that. So I'm sure that they start probably at about 10 a.m. So that's in about 20 minutes. So
is it actually? It's 10 a.m. in Australia right now. Oh.
Yeah. It is plus 15 from Central. So yeah. This time of year, it's plus 15 from Central. So DJM has been a regular visitor to my streams as well, so I'm kind of used to knowing when he might be around. So it's when he might be asleep. Although I don't think he sleeps that often because he wakes up very early his time zone in order to get this thing going. So hats off to him, and also hats off to LeptoSpira, who is kind of the man behind the curtain on It's Dangerous to Go Alone, and works on a lot of the bot stuff and a lot of the behind the scenes. Again, fantastic team over at the Off the Dial group, and always trying to make it fun for players of all ability levels to get in. Again, what we saw today is we saw some really strong plays by a lot of different players, and we saw a lot of different ranks and a lot of different experience levels working together in order to secure those victories. And I will say it wasn't super one-sided.
No, not at all.
The matches were competitive. There weren't as many KOs as you might expect.
No, almost all of them went on to 4 or 5 minutes. It was pretty interesting to see. And
Yeah,
thank
definitely.
you again to DJ and Lepto for putting it all together, making it work out. Sorry for that slip up around round 3 or so. And
it happens to all of us. I leave
Yeah.
I leave the vomit on my stream sometimes for a little too long, the ink vomit. So it happens to all of us. We as streamers we often have to manage a lot of different buttons.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's easy to forget one or two of them. So
if anyone does want to join in the future, you can join the Discord. I put that over in the chat. And the tournament's open to anybody. You come alone, and like we said before, DJ and Lepto will set you up together with a team just like today. And
Yep.
just have at it. The best way to get started is to just do it.
And it's a great way to meet new people in the Splatoon community. So and grow the game. I mean, Nintendo doesn't have a lot that's team based, in the offerings for competitive team based games. So this is your chance to play a Nintendo game in a competitive team based environment and actually meet some new people. And that's what I think is a lot of fun about this game, is just meeting some new people and having a chance to play with people that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily get to see in solo queue or on a stream or wherever. So
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So with that, I think we're gonna close up the stream. Thank you very much for joining me, Zada. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the energy.
Sauce, Sauce, it was great. It's always fun. It's always fun to co-stream with you. So excellent times.
Yeah, thank everybody for watching. We're gonna go ahead and, I suppose, raid one of these lucky streamers. There's one I've seen.
Raid a lucky streamer.
Raid a lucky streamer, I guess. X Jonesy Love, I see one. So let's go ahead with that.
So yeah, we'll see who DJam has. DJam is back in the text chat.
Is he
He is in the stream chat, so I would assume that DJam is getting ready to set up a raid.
He was letting me. I don't know if he's letting me choose.
I don't know. I kind of miss that. So
I am able to set up the raid. I just don't know if he's cool with just moving on. I'm about to.
Yep. He wants you to move on and find something and pull that trigger.
I'm going. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night. Be good. Stay hydrated, of course. Just take care.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Thanks for hanging out.
Join the next tournament. Have some fun. Take care.
Oh.